How and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and you can also follow me on Twitter as well at Dan Who Reviews. I am trying to tweet a little bit more these days as well. And hello, how are you doing? Thursday, can you believe it? Another Thursday is upon us. I do always appreciate these streams because it means the weekend is nearly here. So as I said, this is definitely the time. It's not Legends and Liquor, but I'll still crack open a cold one and chill out. Take a deep breath and think, tomorrow's Friday, we're in a good spot. And we've got plenty to talk about this week as well. I wish I should have moved Legends and Liquor or some show until Monday so I could talk. Because I was so excited, if you couldn't tell by all the reveals. But of course, I'm not doing it on my own. Hero.collections, aka Brandon. How are you doing? 58 weeks, Brandon. 58.
58 weeks. How crazy is that? We are
Madness.
still here. We are still going.
Madness. How are you doing?
Crazy, bro. It feels crazy.
How's your week been?
Tiring, man. I'm tired today. I'm tired this week. It's definitely been a tiring week. But we're here. It's been a good week. Some good arrivals. Still more to come, as always.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, I had stuff turn up today that like I didn't even know it shipped. Like I got a box from Hasbro Pulse, and I was like, Hasbro sending me stuff again? Oh, great! But it was just the really delayed Green Power Ranger.
What?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, random stuff getting shipped. Just while we're on stuff that we got today, I also got April.
Oh, there you go.
So
I think Jake from UK just said the same.
with her wobbly knees. Now the knees are pretty bad, to be fair. Aesthetically, they don't look great. And you know me, I'm not a stickler for articulation, but even standing still, she's going to look a little bit dodgy. However, still April in figure form to go along with the turtle. She's needed. Let's be honest. It's the turtles and April. So yeah, it won't be the last one we get either as well. Judith Hove is like doing loads of stuff with NECA, I think. But it's nice to know it's coming. And she doesn't have a yellow raincoat, which still bothers me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. But hopefully someone in the third party will can help sort that out. So yeah, those turned up today randomly. What about you? Anything turn up? Any more Ultrons? What are we on the Ultron count? I'm gonna get a little graphic that's like Brandon's Ultron count, and we can just keep adding to it.
So we got another. We're up to 10 now. We're up to 10 Ultrons. I've only got 2 next to me. There's 2 next to me. There's 2 behind me. Wait. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see them. I can see them above next to Vision, behind Vision. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 behind me, 2 next to me, 2 on my desk. There's 1 over there in a box. That's 7, and then the other 3 are in the other room.
Yeah. So
they arrived today. So yeah,
7.
No, 10.
10. Oh, pow. 10. Nice.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, sorry, it's the end of the week. I'm not doing maths. I collect toys. I try to avoid maths. Otherwise, we'd be crying every time we spent some money. Shout out to Hero of Collectors. I think they just renewed the channel membership to Members Club tier, which is the perfect segue into doing some housekeeping. But before we do...
Sorry. This Tony arrived.
Oh, pow, nice.
Yes, and this is a top 10 figure of the year.
The Shang-Chi SH figure arts, right?
Yeah. This thing is absolutely phenomenal.
Better than the Legend?
Huh?
Better than the Legend?
Yeah.
Yeah? The Legend was good as well, so that must...
But I mean, but it's only better than the Legend because you pay
a lot more.
Over twice as much to be Betty.
That's fair. It should be better. Should be Betty. You're right, it should be Betty.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm tired. Hopefully I'll wake up. But yeah. On this guy is just amazing.
Is this the best Iron Man as well? Week. I've not opened him, but is he?
This is the best.
Oh, hang on. Super chat by Mark Tak.
TAK Toys with Film donated £4.49. That's 10 more Ultrons that the army building King Brandon. I'm dethroned.
So Tak Toys with Film. And make sure you go and subscribe to Mark Tak's channel as well, where he's posting a lot of videos recently as well. Go and show him some love. He says that's 10 more Ultrons. That's an army building King Brandon. I'm dethroned. Yeah, we do need to crown a new a champ, actually, if Mark Tax graciously retired his crown when it comes to Legend Army building. But I think Dante's gives you a run for your money as well, to be fair.
Crazy over there with what he's got going on.
But carry on. So, carry on. This guy.
The best RDJ head sculpt of any line in 6-inch scale by far. I'd even argue it's better than some Hot Toys. Like a lot of the Hot Toys, they look like an action figure of Robert Downey Jr., whereas this is Robert Downey Jr.
Okay, so this isn't Legends, right? And I'm not throwing shade. It's a third party, but
it is.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good, and I've got the Manipple head as well, which is similar to the Note Studios head. But in my opinion, Hasbro really just knocked both of them out of the park.
After I seen Endgame, this was the Marvel Legends I wanted. It was Iron Man clicking at the end.
And both heads as well are just so good. Like, they are just... I think it may even be the best likeness they've ever done. Like, I can't believe how good it is.
Yeah, no, I'm, as I said, I haven't even opened it yet. It's on my review pile. I definitely want to open up and talk about it. Because, you know me. I love Iron Man. So let's get into some housekeeping real quick. Thank you to everyone if you're in the chat already. We appreciate you. Before I get into the housekeeping, there's 71 people here. As I said, hit that like button. Apparently it helps the algorithm. Do we know if it does or not? We don't know, but do it anyway, will not. Thank you for being here. We're talking, obviously, we're recapping the Marvel Fan at First Monday from this week, which was very Spider-Man retro heavy, which, you know me, I'm very happy about. Let me just show you why I'm happy about it, okay? And shout out to Marvel Legends UK for becoming a channel member. I think that's Neil as well, the original Marvel Legends UK on Instagram, not the underscore one, the original. That's Neil. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. He's been catching up on some Marvel Legends recently. He's been sending me some pictures, like with stacks. He's playing catch up. But yeah, talking about Spider-Man retros. There you go, people. There's the wall, all on nice protective card backs, and look at that space. Now we've got plenty of figures revealed that's going to fill that space soon. This whole wall will be filled with Spider-Man retro figures from the animated show that as I said, without that animated show, will I love Marvel so much today? Who knows? Probably not. But yeah, good times. Okay, let's get into some housekeeping as we always do. And then we'll start talking Legends and say hello to the chat and all that good stuff. So let me press some buttons, make that happen. Okay, so first and foremost, if you don't already, go and subscribe to Brandon, Hero.Collections on Instagram. He's been hitting it out the park with the ACBA recently. As I said, go and treat yourself, go and show him some love, and check out his exclusive variant Dan Who channel exclusive live stream logo with the smiling face, because that's how happy Brandon is to be here on a Thursday. I hope that's true, Brandon. I hope that's true.
Absolutely. I mean, definitely.
Okay.
That's a place to be.
There you go. And if you want to support the channel and what we're doing over here and contribute all that good stuff and be part of today's stream, as I said, you give a super chat of over £4 or $4 or a donation. I've left the donation link in the top of the pinned comments on the chat. So if you've never tried the Streamlab donation before, I think it's a lot easier and you can sort of tweak it a little bit more than the super chat. So give it a go anyway. Any donations, any super chats over £4 or $4. Friday, our robot will read it out, and she's working. Mark Tack's already tested her out for us. So Friday is here on a Thursday, and she's working. So be a part of today's stream, and give us what you think. Tell us your favourites of these reveals, and as we talk through them, tell us what you like, what you don't like. The best way to get our attention is Friday, the Talking Robot. It's as simple as that. And as I said, hit that join button, become a channel member, show some love, join the members club, all that good stuff. You get to use the emojis, a little bit of extra fun, which is always good when we get to do hit and miss like this. But what I want to bring attention to is this week is a Legends and Liquor week. So if you don't know what Legends and Liquor is, it's basically a virtual hangout with my channel members at the members club tier, where we do exactly what me and Brandon do here every Thursday. We recap Marvel Legends news. We talk about what flavored milk we prefer, we race some ducks, how do you like your steak, whatever, anything goes on Legends and Liquor, but it always swings back round to toys. You know me, I love my Koppelberg and I love my Marvel Legends, so it is that simple, people. So if you want to be on that show this Sunday, join it at the members club level. We're filling up quick. I've already put the invite out to the channel members via the Discord and the community tab on my YouTube. And we're nearly full up already, by the way, people. So if you want to be on Legends and Liquor this week, don't be shy. Let us know very soon. And then, of course, you can support by getting a T-shirt as well. So there you go. That's all the housekeeping for you today. Much appreciated. I hope you enjoy mine and Brandon's ramblings. And without further ado, people, let's get into it. Because as I said, this Monday was Hasbro Pulse Fan First Monday. And to be fair, if Daniel didn't put out that tweet where he said his favourite wave was going to be revealed in September, and we're assuming this is, like, it could be something else. But obviously a lot of people, especially after Jay Hernandez revealed last week, and shout out to Jay for that real great video, by the way, of the black suited Spider-Man. A lot of people guessed we'd see more Spider-Man retros. So I didn't want to curse it and say that on Thursday in case it wasn't the kit to be, but thankfully it was. So yeah, first impressions just of the overall stream, Brandon. Marvel always hit out of the park, don't they? Compared to like the terrible Star Wars one we had last week, right? Marvel know how to do it. I know we're shills, but come on now. If anyone's watched the two,
we as much as we will be at risk of sounding like shills, 100%, man. Like this was exactly what we expect of the Marvel team. They always bring the heat, like I say. The stream before this one was like their best in a long time because it was just amazingly amazing. But this was really, really good. I think as we expected, it was going to be something Spidey or something X-Men. We know that Dan is a big fan of those.
Yep.
And obviously it was retro Spider-Man. So the thing I'm surprised about is that this wave is coming this year. That's why I didn't think it would be retro, because the Spidey retro, because I didn't think that we would get that this year. But because I mean, we've now got What If, Eternals, No Way Home, and Spider-Man retro. 4 waves in 4 months still to come this year, which is an amazing place to be. Yeah. So I really enjoyed the stream. Really enjoyed it.
Some of the stores are actually saying December, ain't they, for Spider-Man? But then other ones are saying January. So usually, as I said, if the shipping sort of issues get sorted, we should see Spider-Man, the Spider-Man wave before the end of the year, which, you know me, as I said, very happy about it. Just as much as I get excited, reality then slaps me in the face and goes, Dan, you need to buy 2 of these. And I'm like, oh shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, so
look at that, bro.
I know, yeah, like, especially with so much going on. And then the army builders got revealed. Anyway, we get into it. Mark Tat with another super chat. He says, nothing wrong with supporting good stuff, boys. Thank you very much, Mark Tat. We say that, we joke, obviously. But I can't help it. If I like what they're making, it's as simple as that. Okay, I've just realised we're neglecting the chat. We've got over 91 people here, Brandon. We're about to talk about some Marvel Legends. Let's just swing back round to the chat and say hello to some people here.
Let's have a look. Who we got?
So let yourself be known. If you're here in the chat, you're near a keyboard. If you're a lurker, that's fine. You can lurk in the background. You don't need to type anything. But if you're here, you're active, you're near a keyboard, say hello. And Brandon will give you a little shout out as we go through before we get into this Legends talk. Because as I said, this is what Thursdays is all about. A live, interactive chat with the community, talking toys. As I said, no one in this house likes talking toys. No one in my friendship circles likes talking toys. This is my safe place. So please join us. But Brandon, let's get into it. Who we got around?
So we have Nasa says, hey everyone. Tekken Collect says, Tekken Collect is here. Who else we got? Toy Fast is here. Greg Fanstead is here. Mini Classic Multiverse. Omega Weapon 13. Jay the Grind. Angel of Aces. Marvel Legends UK. Damien is here. Kev's Collectibles is here. Phil Jones. Mark Tac, Lizzie Hartz. Jason Lopez. Cloud Foxwell. Tanner. Screw Toys, Wolfpack Toy Reviews in the house. Woo. Adam Gonzalez, Graphic Toy, Rich M is here. Rich M says, when's Brandon bringing back his arm holding things pick? He needs a second account. Pogoby is here soon, actually. As soon as those What If figures drop, that's probably what will be next.
Talking about What If, Marvel Legends UK in the chat, I just said to him, Forbidden Planet told him they're not coming until January. That's depressing, isn't it?
I'll cry. I'll import Captain Carter into Child Calling. Adam Gonzalez is here.
Wow.
Monkey Kiera.
Wow. The Duck Race champion currently leading and reigning.
Jay's Toy Collection UK. Omar. 796 Studios. Nightwing. Wow. What's up, Dan and Brandon? Happy Thursday, fellas, from the Tuesday crew.
Happy Thursday to you guys too.
Let's see. JV Man is here. Laserpants said he got 4 sets of the Spider-Man Retro Wave.
Wow. Did he really?
Daniel is here. Crescent Blue Zero. Phil Jones says, happy belated first birthday to Hellfire Hank. That is true.
That is so true. Yeah, so it's been, can you believe it, people? It's been a year. And thank you so much for the super chat, Angel of Aces.
Where is the best place to order Ultron online? And if I pre-order the Retro Spider-Man Wave Week, take the money now or when it's up for sale.
Pow. Thank you very much, Angel of Aces. Much appreciated for the super chat. Or the donation as well. I appreciate that. So he says, where's the best place to order Ultron online? And if I pre-order the Retro Spider-Man Wave, wait till they take my money now or when it's up for sale. So there are options there, people. So let me just pause this because I like when this happens. It's a perfect segue to Brandon for me to mention a new friend of the channel, shall we say.
Yeah.
I mentioned these last week and I want to show them some love again today. It is iComic Industries, people. Let me bring up the link for you right now. So if you've got some money and you want to buy Ultron, today they got a restock of the Ursa Major Wave. So shout out Jake at iComic Industries. Lots of Marvel Legends on here. UK site, of course. Lots of stuff up for pre-order. Lots of stuff in stock now, including that Ultron that you wanted to buy. So if you're in the UK, then don't hesitate. Get on here. The links are in the description, of course. Spider-Man Waves up for pre-order as well. I believe there are other places in the UK as well that do like 10% deposits. Some places will like take your card details but not charge until it ships. So of course there's plenty of options, but when the opportunity occurs, do support friends of the channel. So shout out iComic Industries. As I said, hopefully I'll be doing some stuff with them very, very shortly so I can talk about more Marvel Legends here on the channel with you guys. So, yeah, links in the description for all that. But thank you very much, Angel of Aces. And thank you to everyone who's in the chat as well. Happy belated birthday to Hank. As we were just saying there before the super chat came in, it's been a year since Brandon sent me to Forbidden Planet off my driveway to go and pick up Hellfire Hank. And now he's quite hard to find. Like...
He is, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I know Cloud has got his own Hank that's wearing the body of the hood and carries a banana for some weird reason. Cloud, what's your Hank called again? It's like Horace or Howard or something like that. Yeah, yeah. But Hellfire Hank, people, he's a legend. He's worthy at the minute as well, by the way. I don't know if you've been watching him reviews, but he's worthy.
Yeah. What was the one I watched the other day? The Iceman where he turns around and goes, ding!
Yeah, basically, I don't know if you've been watching my reviews, but that's been happening for like the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, but that was the most recent one I watched was Iceman.
That's a perfect opportunity for me to sort of give myself another little plug. I do love plugs. I've been reviewing the Age of Apocalypse Wave all week, people, all week. So Age of Apocalypse Wave 2. Now, Brandon loves Age of Apocalypse, so that's why he's probably seen all these reviews already. But there we go. We got Rogue, Sabretooth, Cyclops, Iceman. Iceman seems to be the most popular at the minute. Like, Iceman's got the most views. Shadowcat, Rich M's favourite. Shout out Shadowcat and Rich M. They're a lovely couple. Rich just can't get enough of Kitty Pryde in any form, especially the Age of Ultron form. Age of Ultron? Age of Apocalypse. You've got Ultron on my brain, Brandon. Ultron on my brain. I know. Magneto, of course, which randomly... Mafex and Marvel Legends Age of Apocalypse Magneto is out at the same time, unintentionally, just because of delays and whatnot. So yeah, there you go. But the Legends one's pretty good. It's just that it doesn't have a soft good cape. And Legion as well, who's a great figure. And he is technically, as Rush McGowan would tell me, the 616 Legion, because it is in the 616 universe. He goes back in time, messes things up, and then off breaks the alternate reality, and things get fixed eventually. But that is technically a 616 character. So if you're an X-Men's fan, go and add Legion to the collection. So yeah, and Colossus, of course, as well. Very impressive builder figure. All my reviews are on the playlist, on my videos tab. They're right there. You can see them on the screen. Don't be shy. Go and watch them after. Let me know what you think of the figures. I always try and reply to the comments when I can. But yeah, there you go. Go and check them out. And I've got the Ursa Major Wave next, and piles of other Legends. I've literally need to play catch up, but as we know, I love talking toys, so as long as it keeps me busy, I'm a happy boy. But yeah, let's get back to it. We appreciate everyone who's still here as well.
Yeah. And just quickly.
Yes.
Just quickly. So Rectangular said, it's interesting that none of the new Marvel Legends have sold out on Hasbro Pulse UK, but quite a few are sold out here in the USA. Just a quick public service announcement to anyone reading that comment. The reason why is because the UK is a hell of a lot smaller than the US. So Hasbro Pulse US is serving 50 states. Hasbro Pulse UK is serving 3 countries, which are like not even a fraction of the size of most of the 50 states. And in the UK, we also have a number of fan channel sites that stock Marvel Legends that people are also more accustomed to going and buying from. So the reason why ours haven't sold out is because there's a lot less people trying to buy that product. So just by nature of the fact that there's a lot smaller population.
But it also shows how popular the Legends are over in the US as well. The Scrolls we knew would be popular. Shield sold out. I didn't expect the Shield to sell out so quick, but they did. Scrolls were first to go, of course, as you would expect. People have been wanting them for a long time. I'm a little bit annoyed that Captain Britain's not sold out, people. What's going on? You do realise I get commission on this, right? I get 0.0.0.0.0.1p for every pre-order.
Have you said it yet?
Yes. The one I've got is just the 3D printed clone.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you see Captain Britain, he's upstairs at the minute, but it's just a clone. It's just a 3D printed clone. It's not the one that they sent me. Of course it wouldn't. I sent that back. Like Jay Hernandez knows what the score. You send stuff back and some things get lost in the post. Blame FedEx. FedEx are losing people's Sentinels in a minute. They probably lost my Captain Britain.
That part of his video was so funny.
Yeah.
When he's like, yeah, I sent it back. Yeah, FedEx can be. That was so funny.
But go and pre-order Captain Britain Excalibur. Show some love to the Captain Britain people. Come on now. As I said, I want my commission. I'm still yet to sign the contract, but I'm waiting for Hasbro to put it under my nose. I'm ready to sign, Brian. Ryan, Dan, I'm ready to sign it. I'll endorse. But yeah, so hang on. Okay, so these are at the start of the stream anyway, so it's a perfect segue. Shout out Toy R, because we always steal their page to skip through this. So there you go. There's the big 3. Shout out Dan, Ryan, and Dwight. Shout out the Doomhead as well that everyone wanted. We see you. There you go. There's Captain Britain. So did you pre-order this, Brandon? There's only one answer to this. What's going on, Brandon? Come on now. Do you need me to send you a little discount code?
Yeah.
Hellfire Hank. Just put in the Hasbro Pulse discount code Hellfire Hank, and you'll get 0% off. 0% discount.
Okay. I'll definitely remember it. But yeah, no, I pre-ordered. So wait, are we starting here? Yeah, okay, we're starting here. So I haven't pre-ordered these guys yet. I will do though because I prefer this Captain Britain to the Abomination Wave Captain Britain.
Yeah.
So definitely gonna go for this one. Not so crazy about that version of Shadowcat, just because I prefer the Juggernaut Wave version. Megan. Again, I'm not crazy about, but Rich tells me I should be crazy about her, so I think that's why I'll end up getting the set. I really wish it wasn't a Pulse exclusive, and Toys R Us got the 3-pack, split the 3, and then I would have gone with Captain Britain, and that would have been it. But I think Megan will be worthwhile down the line, so definitely going to be.
Rich Hammer's got to have pre-ordered a few of these, right? Because it's got Kitty Pryde in. He loves Kitty Pryde, right?
Yeah, it's his favourite.
Yeah,
his favourite.
Rich M must have. Don't worry, he's probably pre-ordered one for you. Don't worry about it. He just wants he wants an extra. So there you go. It's up for pre-order right now, people. Don't be shy. Scrolls. Okay, how many did you go for?
Yes.
Okay, so hang on. 2 questions. How many do you want eventually, and how many have you actually gone for currently, due to the climate of crazy amount of Legends?
So the limit on Hasbro Pulse UK was 5.
Yep.
So I ordered 5. And then In-Demand Toys managed to get some import stock in, but they were 1 per customer. So I went 5 at Pulse, 1 with In-Demand.
Yeah.
So that takes me to 6. I'm hoping that by the time In-Demand go to MCM Comic Con in October,
sneaky,
import stock of these guys, which will finish the remaining 4. Because I was thinking to go for 10. But I need to double check how many Super Scrolls I have.
Yeah, you've got a nice little crew of Super Scrolls already to mix in with your crew.
That's it. So I thought to myself, is it necessary to go for 10 Scrolls like I've gone 10 Ultrons? But the thing is that for me, like Ultrons and Scrolls are the army builders I've wanted the most. So that's why I've gone for 10 of each. Usually I wouldn't go as crazy as that. But those are the characters I'm going to use most in like, you know, character versus army photos.
Yep.
And the fact that they didn't go cheap on us here. They didn't give us the bucket cap mold. They gave us that butterfly jointed sunfire body.
Right choice.
And with the I had to really show my appreciation to the Legends team for this one. So how about you? How many did you go for?
I think I just went for 3 on Pulse at the minute. Ideally, I would like more. I missed out on the in-demand import stock. I was busy on the day, so I never actually pre-ordered anything on that day. And to be fair, I didn't think anything would sell out quick. But as I said, Scrolls most popular. So yeah, I missed out on the import stock. So I'll be waiting for Hasbro Pulse to get theirs. But as I said, Hasbro Pulse is a little bit sporadic. Sometimes they get stuff first. Like that green Hulk, that green She-Hulk was at Hasbro Pulse first. Like, Rich had that weeks before anyone else, but no one really cared too much about that She-Hulk, so no one noticed. But there has been occasions that Pulse have got stuff first, and this is a Pulse exclusive, so we shall see. But yeah, I went for 3 Scrolls. Ideally, I would like double that, but I've only got 1 Super Scroll, so yeah.
Only 1.
Yeah, I know. I'm an idiot. I'm waiting to come and visit your collection and like just pocket stuff as I'm walking around. But like, Brandon, what's that? No, I'll just be wearing a big coat. I'll just come out fatter than I left. Shield 2 packs. Okay, how many did you go for? So again, same question with these.
Hold on. Rectangular says you guys are lucky to have the chance to get import stock on exclusive figures. Rectangular, you got import stock yourself, bro. Quasar. Come on.
Wasn't he posting that he's got his Sentinel this week or something like that?
He's not something like that.
He's not allowed to moan, Todd. You're not allowed to moan anymore.
It's not hard to get import stock, Todd. Like you can do it. Okay?
You can do it.
I believe in you. It's okay. These guys I went for 2 packs of the 2-pack. So I've already got 2 Shield Agents as is. So I thought if I go for 4, so 2 packs, which is 4. That gives me the 3 heads plus 1 spare shield agent and the 2 that I've got to have the helmet heads. So I was tempted to maybe go for 3 3-packs. For 3 2-packs, but I thought let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. You have to pay. I wouldn't say double, but maybe like 1.5.
Shout out my Tap, by the way. He says, my Scrolls are disguised as Cobra infantry. See, because he's moved his army building to the GI Joes, hasn't he? So he's trying to keep his throne via loophole, keep his crown via loophole. Yeah. Shout out my Tap. We appreciate you. Yes, are you going to display those red helmets, those night vision helmets? Night vision.
Wait, which one is the night vision helmet?
Just to say, with the red on it.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Night vision. It's like they just.
Yeah, I'll have 3. I'll have 3 displayed with the 3 heads. Then I've got Fury up here.
616. I am. White guy with grey hair, Fury. Oh, okay. You've got an ultimate version of Fury.
Yeah, I went Ultimate Fury.
Yeah.
So it'll be him, 3 shield agents with the heads, the unmasked heads, and then 3 behind with the grey helmet. I think.
Yeah, just jump into the chat real quick. I see David Displays in there. How you doing, my friend? And glad to see you not streaming on a Thursday anymore. Glad that's there you go. This is the place to be on a Thursday. We appreciate that. 716. What am I talking about? 796 Studios said he had his mum buy 5 extra Scrolls. That's the way to do it. Just phone up family members. Right, order me some Scrolls. Yeah, Scrolls are going to be popular. Tekken Collects is limit of 5. I wanted 50. 4 Scrolls for Tana. 3 Scrolls for Pogo. Need at least 10, says on the grind. 2 Scrolls for Jay's Toys Collection UK. He's got 2 Super Scrolls as well. Moving down to the Shield Agents. Jay's Toys Collection said he got 1 Shield Agent pack. Jay on the grind said he got 3 Shield packs. Cloud Foxwell said 2 Shield packs. And then you already answered Rectangular's paying double for import. It's not double, but it's a few extra quid. It's nothing major, to be fair.
If we're importing stock like they import stock, then we have to pay a lot more.
Greg says, Dan who reviews, Hasbro Pull should never sell out of a pre-order. Pre-order should have informed them how long to do the factory run. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like there should be such a simple way to do the concept, but it's not always how it works. In an ideal world, that would be great. But Hasbro, don't run the same way of like Super 7. Like they run a lot quicker, a lot more. It's not just Marvel stuff they need the factories for. Do you know? Like, so again, I'm sure a lot of this stuff is already being made, it's already been packed up, it's already been put on a boat. But they can do second runs and stuff like that, like they have in the past. So I understand how in an ideal world that would be the best way to do it, but not always feasible. Or maybe it is. Any opinion on that, Brandon? I don't like talking logistics because it's like just I don't like stressing about things I can't personally change. So I'm just like,
and also because I'm gonna sound harsh, I think, at risk of sounding harsh. I mean, apart from Pulse exclusives in the US, because that I can see how that is difficult. I can see how that is difficult. But generally, where there's a will, there's a way.
Well, if you're willing to pay the price, as I said, like there's eBay people, there's Mercari, there's all these. Don't get me wrong. I know it's not where you want to go, but it's just a part of the game, isn't it, these days?
And also, I've seen so many people like on Instagram and Facebook that have been complaining about the Spider-Man retros selling out on Pulse, and it's like you have Big Bad Toy Store, Dorkside Toys, you have other smaller fan channels. Once it hits retail, it's going to be everywhere. Like. It is not, and eBay, and if you have friends, then there are probably friends in other states that if your state doesn't have it, somebody else's state will have it. It's all good, Let's just enjoy the
amount of times the community helps me out with stuff. Do you know what I mean? I've got like retro turtles sitting here that are not even available in the UK thanks to the community. So again, help each other out. As I said, like. If you find something, how about your fellow collector? If you can get something that someone else can't, pick up an extra for a friend. You know what I mean? As I said, the toy community is a lot more connected than lots of other communities out there. So yeah, as I said, help each other out. Let me know what you're after. If I can help, I'll point you in the right place. But yeah, if you really, really want something, there's always a way. Really, just again depends how deep the pockets are sometimes, unfortunately. But it's a market, isn't it? Once things are off shelves, then we're at the will of the aftermarket, and then it's who drives the prices of the aftermarket. The collector does. We do. So,
and as well, it's not as always about how deep the pockets are too. Like I agree with you absolutely, but also you got to be smart, and strategic. You got to think about how you're going to do these things.
796 agrees with you. He says, "Amen, Brandon. Take us to church, Brandon. Hallelujah."
Yeah. There you go.
You are correct,
Rich
Brandon.
says, anyone needs a spare Kitty Pride, I've got you covered. Tech and Collect says, collectors helping collectors.
Yeah, all good. Right, let's get into Spider-Man, because that's what I want to talk about. Right, so first of all, retro black-suited Spider-Man on the retro Spider-Man body. It was inevitable, just like Thanos, but no one's mad about it. Like, this is a lot of people's favourite version of Spider-Man. From debuted in Secret Wars, it's obviously the symbiote Spider-Man, and yeah, I'm not mad about this at all. Not that I dislike the Peter Parker one, but this is what the problem of being a collector. Eventually, things get upgraded and changed and tweaked. Just think, these ain't Toy Biz figures on my shelf anymore. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so I'm not mad about it at all. Shout out Jay Hernandez with the reveal on this as well. The perfect person for that reveal as well. And yeah, like. Again, when he revealed this, I'm not sure if he technically said it was on Retro Card, but that's where everyone assumed, and everyone was completely correct. You a fan of this, Brandon?
Yes. So just off the bat, I have one gripe about all of this. So just to get it out there and dealt with, so that I can then spend the rest of the stream praising everything. We got Symbiote Spider-Man on the retro body. We got Ben Reilly Spider-Man on the retro body. What am I going to say, Dan?
Who else do you want on the retro body?
Why didn't we get Spidey 2099 on the retro?
Because he's not in the way. He's just a throwaway. He's just an extra.
that was the only thing that left me a little salty. That was the only thing.
Yeah, I was annoyed Webman wasn't on the retro body either.
And even Webman got the Sunfire body.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Webman gets the Sunfire body, but the Spidey 29.9 sticks with that same old, really, really bad. Now, not bad now, great for its time. Pizza Spider body.
They probably didn't want to retool any pieces for the arm because the arm has the webs in it, doesn't it?
The chest, it's all sculpted detail as opposed to repaint. Yeah, so I get it. Yeah. It just, I was like, oh.
That's one of those figures as well that not everyone has picked up, and so like that's a reissue that people welcome because, as I said, I don't even have the original Spider-Man 99, so like I was happy to see that. On retro card, but that's the case. I just want to highlight a comment from Laser Pants. He says, please tell me more about the American toy collecting experience. This is fascinating. We also have sarcasm here in Britain, so I understand that comment. And by no means are we trying to say we know what the toy collecting experience is like. All we can do is give our perception of it, but it doesn't mean we're right. It doesn't mean we're right. As I said, it's just our... Well, Brandon, as I said, can. Yeah, there you go. You can. Yeah, okay. Well, I can't. There's me, but I guess Brandon can.
Yeah, so Laser Pants, you know, just... Go and cuddle your 5 Sentinels and get back to us when you know what we're talking about.
That would make me happy anyway.
I think this is amazing. To do it on the retro body is just like yes, especially because even though it has pins, because it's the symbiote suit, you just don't really notice the pins.
Well, I've seen a lot of people posting the no pin emoji. So people.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, that makes my point. That because the retro body has pins.
Yeah, the retro body has pins. So if people are assuming this is going to have no pins, you're not going to have to see them as well because they're black, obviously. But
that's what I'm saying. That's what's even better about this body.
Yeah.
Is that you really can't tell. And what I love is that we got all the right hands with it. We got fists, flipping hands, and wall crawling hands. That is all you need for Spider-Man. This is, in my opinion, this is a perfect release. I mean. The only good thing, the only thing that would have made it better, obviously, is if it was pinless. But don't really care. It is near perfect, and it's more than satisfying for sure. This is brilliantly done.
I agree. These are every Spider-Man figure. I know they can't always, but every Spider-Man figure should come with these 3 sets of hands: wall crawling, sweeping hands, fists. Very happy with this. It was inevitable, but I'm not mad about it. Next up, Hobgoblin. Now. I actually really like the Hobgoblin we've already got on the shelf. It actually has the scale mail sort of armor like Black Knight and the Green Goblin, and there was that one in that Wrath pack as well, like Dread Knight, I think it was. That was really good. But yes. So like this one is just no scales at all. The colours pop a little bit more, just like the Green Goblin. So again, for that regard, I'm not mad about it because we got the reissue of the Green Goblin with the more elaborate colours, the more, I guess they're sort of animated colours, not 100% because his face isn't exactly the face of the animated, but they've sort of redone what they can to give us an animated style Hobgoblin to go along with the rest of the figures in the collection. So I'm, again, for someone who's going to have this on card, displayed on my wall, not mad about it at all. Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, in my mind, they're combined anyway. I know they're not really combined, but you know what I mean? You think of one, you think of the other. The feet on this, unfortunately, it seems like the glider's really small, and like they never mentioned as well. Do you know the Green Goblin got re-released, and in the bottom of the glider it actually had the peg hole to put the Demo Goblin stand in there that you got with White Rabbit?
Yeah.
So they never, I don't think, again, if anyone in the comments know, does the glider that comes with this retro Hobgoblin, does that have the same updated port so I can put it in one of those display, one of those like articulated displays like the Demo Goblin Builder figure and the retro Hobgoblin. So many goblins, Green Goblin. Because again, like I love displaying these, and they need to be displayed on a glider. Let's be honest. But yeah, happy to have Hobgoblin. Give me all the villains. As I said, I think Spider-Man does have my favourite rogues gallery within Marvel or DC. Batman's a close second, but I think if I had to pick one, I'd pick Spider-Man rogues gallery. So give me them all. Give me all the villains. Do you agree with that statement, Brandon?
I do, yeah. I absolutely do. And this is one thing that I love about what this wave has done, is that, Hobgoblin in that Space Venom wave, very hard to come by now.
Yep.
I sold mine a while back because at the time I was saving space, and Hobgoblin wasn't, at my top tier end of Spidey villains for me. But seeing this, I would definitely pick it up. A, because, it's a unique character. B, I do have the space now for more Spidey villains. And I think it looks great, especially to the animated look.
Yeah. I can just put it on a retro card. I know I'm a sucker for it. But yeah, retro Hobgoblin, I'm in, easy. And he even comes with his little satchel. Great, the accessory everyone wanted. If he didn't come with his handbag, I wouldn't buy it. And there you go. Look at that. How can you not want that on the wall? That's going to be on the wall soon. Do you know what? Am I the only person that has like crazy OCD in the way they're like, who's next to who on this? Do you know what I mean? I don't just throw them up there. Like I'm like, okay, villains have got to be in close proximity. Peter Parker's got to be next to Gwen Stacy, but Peter Parker also needs to be close to Spider-Man. Spider-Man can't be near the variants of Spider-Man. Do you know what I mean? Like my brain's like going, where do I put these? Like it's like a big jigsaw on my wall.
Do you mean this? Do you mean it in terms of? Do you mean it in terms of like the? Oh, you mean it in terms of like on the wall? Right?
Yeah, as in like who do I put next to who? How do I display them? Who gets prime real estate? Do you know, like the prime real estate is the who's at eyesight. When I stand there, who's in front of me? That's prime real estate. And then like you build around it.
When who's currently in that line?
Yeah, exactly. In that line at the minute is Mysterio, Green Goblin, and Electro, like just the villains, and then the Spider-Man's just above. But I need to like adjust and then just have the humans, and then just because I told you it's complicated business. Yeah. Next up, Ben Reilly. So basically, Scarlet Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
No, not technically Scarlet Spider-Man, but he gets there eventually. So yeah, this is on the retro body again. So no one's complaining about that at all. You can see in the picture that it has pins, but again, I'm not mad about it. The retro body is probably the best choice for a Spider-Man figure currently. They just, again, I guess the next upgrade to this body would be this body but pinless, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, Ben Reilly, so he's like the symbiote Spider-Man. He comes with sets of hands, 3 sets of hands, but no interchangeable head, everything like that. I would have loved, if I'm being selfish, if I'm being greedy like I always am, I would have liked interchangeable blonde Ben Reilly head. Yeah. Because I've got the retro, like the grey carded Ben Reilly Spider-Man that has the unmasked head, but I've not opened it. I want to keep that on card. So like I don't have that Ben Reilly head, so I'd love to be able to display this guy with the Ben Reilly head on there. Lots of hits in the comments for these as well. I've not seen any misses.
The other thing with this as well is that Legends is coming after Mafex, man. So Mafex have announced, I think, pre-ordered their Ben Reilly Spider-Man. They've revealed the symbiote suit Spider-Man, but they've not. I don't think it's up for pre-order yet. But when you have don't get me wrong, Mafex is fantastic. It's super expensive at the same time. But when you have these, it really, really cuts out that need or that want or that, that temptation for the Mafex Spider-Man.
Yeah, you're completely right. As I mentioned earlier with the Magneto. Magneto came out with Mafex at the exact same time as Legends, unintentionally. Obviously, Marvel will be a quicker to the game here, but for 3 times less of the price, you know what I mean? Like, and the figure's probably going to be close. It'll be close. Like, that's how good Legends are getting at the minute. But yeah, so for me, you can see the red pins on the leg. That's a little bit, as I said, a tiny bit of a fault, but that's just being a nitpick. And I would have liked an unmasked Ben Reilly head. But other than that, put it on a retro card. I'm buying 2 of it.
And again, once again, near perfect with release, in my opinion. Especially the fact that we got those 3 hands. Like, if every Spider-Man came with those 3 pairs of hands, it would be a near perfect release.
Yep. Next up, let's get into some bad guys. So this one I wasn't expecting to see. Someone did actually say in the comments of a video or maybe in a comment Legends and Liquor that the Happy Hogan body on the thing, I don't know if I've got it upstairs or down here. Is it Yeah, here he is. Right, so the Happy Hogan body on this Infinity Saga is a bulkier, a beefier suited body. And people have guessed this would make a good Hammerhead. And then, pow, here he is, Hammerhead, already on a retro card. So Hasbro were on the same wavelength as us. And that makes complete sense to me. I do have a Hammerhead on my shelf already. And he is reachable, so I'm going to grab him. So here he is. So this Hammerhead, there you go, there's Happy Hogan. So this Hammerhead that I've got here wasn't a single release figure. Again, I know I'm talking to people who know exactly where this came from. But for the people that don't, this Hammerhead Marvel Legends head was actually packed in with the Chameleon Build-A-Figure from, correct me if I'm wrong, Brandon, the Rhino Build-A-Figure wave?
Yes.
Which is very sought after now. So I brought myself 2 Chameleons at the time. Because at the time, they were on the shelves. They weren't really hard to get like they are now. And I put a head on here and I painted his tie red just so he looked a little bit different to Chameleon on the shelf. They did also have a J. Jonah Jameson head as well. But now, again, thanks to Retro, we have a whole single packed figure of J. Jonah Jameson. So if we're using that logic, Brandon, of that original Chameleon that was in the Rhino Build-A-Figure wave, had 2 interchangeable heads. Hammerhead, who's now got a retro carded figure. J. Jonah Jameson has already got a retro carded figure. So now we just need Chameleon and Rhino. And we're getting to the hints a little bit later on, but you see where I'm going here. You see where I'm going. Hopefully everything in that box will be reissued in retro glory. But here he is with a baseball bat as well. Shout out to the Figure Collective.
Collective donated $4. Brandon, your photo of Mando is chef's kiss.
Oh, that's very kind. So Figure Collective, thank you very much for the donation, the super chat. He says, Brandon, your photo of Mando is, I'll do it for you. Mwah! Chef's kiss. Mwah!
Thank you, Figure. Much appreciated.
Yeah, much appreciated, my friend. Thank you so much. But what I really like about
work, though.
Yeah, of course. Back to Hammerhead.
Yes.
I really like his brass knuckles. That's a nice touch. As for someone who does ACBA, you must appreciate that little detail.
Yeah, because it says HEAD, right?
Head, yeah, it says head.
Yeah, head.
Yeah, it says head. But yeah, that's a nice little touch. So he comes with an interchangeable set of hands with the brass knuckles, and then of course the baseball bat because he's a thug. He just wants to beat you up. And I guess they want to avoid giving us guns when they can as well. But I'm not mad at a baseball bat. I think this must be the same one who came with Punisher, I believe. I think the Punisher on the Riders Wave came with a nice baseball bat. So not mad about that at all. Just
quickly, I just want to pull them up on it again. Todd says, I can get 2 scrolls from Hong Kong, but it will cost me $70 after shipping. $70 is about £50. So for 2 scrolls, £50, that's £25 per scroll. That is basically what we pay for a scroll with import stock in Demand Toys here, and that was only 1 per customer. So technically, Todd, you're better off, buddy.
There's always options. Always options. I'm going to get Todd on here one day and just be like, I'll split the screen in 3, and we'll just have like a debate, like a proper debate. I'll give a subject, and you and him just go at it.
Whether it's him or Laser Pants, guys, I love you both, but let's just correct the course a bit here. That's all. That's all I'm doing.
It is all of it. It's just conversation. It's toy collecting at the end of the day, isn't it? We're all grown men buying toys. Yes. Let's just take a breath and enjoy the plastic. It's all good.
Yes, exactly. I think this again was a pretty much perfect release. That Happy body is a lot of fun. It's great.
Does he stand? I've not opened Happy yet. So, like, as a suited body, does he stand okay on his own?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah. It's not like the older suited bodies where it, dominoes and collapse.
Yeah. I've got all my suited body just drunk, leaning over Legends on the shelf, just like leaning. Exactly.
Yeah. Where is Stan? I think. Oh no, Coulson, and Everett Ross are my only 2 suited bodies. Oh, and Bruce Banner. But I'm hoping Banner gets it up.
We need a new Bruce Banner, surely. Wow. If you know, you know, but Bruce Banner seems likely again. If you know, you know.
Yeah. And this, the interchangeable hands, you got both fists, both open palm hands. I mean, he looks like a thug. He looks like he could beat Peter Parker up in an alley surrounded by a bunch of other thugs. Like, this whole wave I'm really impressed with. And and as well because it's like I think the main reason why is because they're necessary updates. They're really good updates.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep.
And just a quick comparison to Black Series, like with the repaints and repacks that Black Series does, then they don't do it in the same way as the Legends team do, right? Like things like this, these are worthy of spending the $20 again, worthy of spending the £20 again. It's not just same old but different. It's like
just not defending Black Series at all, but again, just to throw being devil's advocate as I like to do. Marvel have so much more content to pull from. Where with the Black Series team are like, when it comes to Mando, they know Mando's hot, but they only have 2 series to pull from. So they're like, what have we got? I don't know, the end credits, and and they
do seem popular, I know, but I'm just. Just as a comparison.
No, of course. Yeah, you're right.
I love how.
Are you in for this? Are you in for this? I haven't been asking, so let's go back. Symbiote Spider-Man, are you in?
Yes.
Ben Reilly Spider-Man, you in?
Yes.
Hobgoblin, you in?
Yeah.
And shout out Tac Tac again. He says Brandon is talking me into pre-ordering Hammerhead. Well, that brings me perfectly to asking Brandon, Hammerhead, are you in?
Yes, I am.
There you go.
And I talked to Tac earlier, and he mentioned that he didn't that he got the whole wave minus Hammerhead.
What?
So I knew that around two Hammerhead, I had to try and sell it to Mark to get it. But I genuinely mean it. I think this is a really good figure. I'm really excited to shoot photos with this figure. I'm really excited to get it on the shelf. I think it will be great.
Well, there's no point me saying if I'm in or not for these. There's a stupid question.
I know. We all know you're 3 of each at this point.
I don't know. I don't know if I can do 3.
At night.
I have still got a set of Wave 1 in the sealed shipper box upstairs. So I'm tempted to do the same for this and just have like a Indiana Jones style. You've seen pictures of my garage, do you know what I mean? But like with actual stuff. Okay, next up. Now this one was probably my favorite reveal. Spoiler alert. This was like you, me, and Dante. When we started doing these streams, Dante joined us as a guest to talk about Spider-Man outfits, and I can't remember if he said he wasn't a fan of this or not. But for me, this was like one of my most wanted Spider-Man outfits. One of my most wanted alternative uniforms, suits, whatever you want to call it, for Spider-Man. I had this on the Retro Toy Biz card as a kid, along with the Cyborg Spider-Man, which we got. So like, I was like, oh, they've got to do this. And here it is. Mark 1, Spider-Man armor, whatever you want to call it. It's beautiful. And it's all new. All new. No reuse, all new on a retro figure. And yeah, this looks beautiful. Very happy with this. And if you're a Gamerverse fan, if you're building out those Spider-Man uniforms from that PS4 game, you can buy this because it's so bloody similar. You can make it work. But yeah, and it comes with new web pieces as well. And he's a spider, so I'm not mad at that. So we get 2 fists, 2 swipping hands, 2 web effects, 1 small one a little bit bigger. That's great for ACBA and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm big. This is my favorite reveal from the Spider-Man retros. Brandon, you got to be in. There's lots of hits in the chat for this one.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely a hit with this. Definitely picking it up. The only thing I was thinking about was so we got the new Miles body, and we've got this new body.
Yep.
Do we know yet what the new body is that is like the new standard male body?
No.
Do we know that yet?
No. They said it. The only thing that we know. No, the only thing that we know is that it's cooler than the Bookie Cap. Like it's got a cooler name than Bookie Cap, and I think they will definitely bring attention to it when they reveal it, which they haven't done yet.
Yeah.
We know Shriek is the new female standard body because Dwight clearly said that. But in regards to the new male standard Bookie Cap replacement, I don't think they've released it yet.
No.
But it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah. I just wanted to double check that and make it clear.
Yeah, Rish McGann said Armored Spider-Man. I guess that's what we can technically call him. But I think on the packaging they've called him Mark 1. There's those little webs.
I love the aesthetic of it. It is character designs like this and figures and how well they do justice to the figures of them that really, really that really, really makes me enjoy having that Spider-Verse shelf.
Oh,
right?
yes.
Figures that I typically wouldn't really need to pick up, wouldn't really like want to get. They've really over the years evolved my thinking on it to want to grow that Spidey gallery of Spider-Verse characters.
When I was like dipping my toe, well, not dipping my toe, but when I was like collecting and Legends was starting to ramp up, I was thinking, okay, just get like key Spider-Man characters and build out a nice display. I don't need random Spider-Man outfits that I have no attachment to. So like I got rid of like the House of X Spider-Man and a couple of others. But now I'm like, damn, I should have kept hold of every freaking single one and had like just this epic Spider-Man, like whatever. So yeah, I might need to backtrack and pick up some of the ones I got rid of. But this one I may be tempted to get free of because and the grey as well. It's not a grey, it's more of a chromey colour, which I really like as well. Yeah, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. My favourite so far. The biggest of hits from me.
Web effects as well.
Yeah, web effects. Again, he's Spider-Man. Let's give us some web effects. There they are. And again, if you're a fan of ACBA, you're going to find a creative way to use them. Go on.
Would you prefer the web effects or rolling hands?
I'm happy with the web effects. Because for him, I don't think I'll be using wall crawling hands anyway. I'd probably put the fists on him. Is the Iron Spider-Man armor any? So Spidey armor.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, I'm fine. New web effects over wall crawling hands on this example. But now we've got these web effects. I don't need them with another Spider-Man as a replacement for hands, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Like now they're in the fodder box. I have them. Give me the hands. Okay, next up. Shocker. Now, was it a shocker to see Shocker, Brandon?
I felt this coming. Remember when I sold my other one?
Yeah.
On its little bucket cap body?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I did. This is why. Because I knew that this was coming at some point. And this is all new sculpt. It's pinless. And that was the other thing I was going to say. Is I think this is a new body as well. So I wondered if this was the new male standard. But I love it. And look at those interchangeable hands. We get fists. We get open hands.
Well, interchangeable forearms on this one because it
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like an Iron Fist figure would do, for example.
Yeah. Like this was just really nice, really, really nice.
I think my Shocker's right on the front of my.
And again, a really worthy update to the previous Shocker.
I didn't hate the previous Shocker, but this is more of the Superior Foes Shocker. So if you've read Superior Foes, the only character we need from that now is Overdrive. But yeah, this is a nice Shocker. And there's variants of this. There's a variant with the Thunderbolts logo, which I think Phil Jones has. Mine doesn't have the Thunderbolt logo. I can't figure out which one is more rare. But anyway, this Shocker's nice. But, and you can see this Shocker has the crisscross lines painted. This new one has the quilt effect actually sculpted in. Now, I assume you can guess my gripe with this figure. If I'm picking a fault with it.
Can I?
If it's animated series, right? My mind's eye of the Shocker from the animated series, it has the black lines. He has the quilted suit with the black lines, right? This has the sculpted lines, which is beautiful, but there's no like wash or lines painted in there. So,
let's see.
I would have liked, and again, it can't be the new standard because it's all sculpted. That quilt pattern sculpted.
Yeah.
But I would have liked to see those lines black. Let me have a quick little look, actually. See if we can get a Spider-Man animated Shocker. I'm pretty confident. And,
100 people in the chat.
100. I've put the lights flickering. I told you, people love their Legends. Where were you last week talking about Star Wars, people? I'm joking. Right, let me go to this. Here you go. So there's the Shocker from the animated series. And do you see what I mean? He's got the quilted effect.
Yeah.
But it's whoops.
Fine tip black pen and you can
again, I'm just being picky. I don't hate this new Shocker. No. I'm just being picky. There's an animated series Shocker, but is that from a different animated show? It sort of looks like that one as well. But still, he's got the deep V. He's got the Playing With Myself deep V top on with the crisscross, with the quilted pattern. And look, there's the animated series Shocker picture, and then there's the actual figure. They've done a pretty good job. better than pretty good. Pretty good's underselling it. This is a very nice shocker. I like the way that you can swap out the fist as well, so you're not getting sloppy with the articulation around the hands or whatever. But I guess there's going to be no wrists, which isn't a big deal because I display mine straight up anyway, like that as it is. So I don't even hate those effects. Same effects. They sort of do the trick. I guess some people hate these effects, but I don't hate these effects. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so you've got to be in for Shocker since you got rid of your old one, right?
Yeah, 100%. This is, again, a nice, necessary, very well done update. I did not expect that they would go the whole way. New body, new pinless sculpt, everything, interchangeable forearms. I didn't expect that. I just thought we would get, new Shocker. So they really, really went above and beyond for me on that one. So definitely excited to get it. Very happy to that they're releasing that one.
And there's the Toy Biz version from like the 90s, way back in the day. And then here we are in 2021. There it is. And look, I've got 2 Spider-Man figures on my shelf. And again, I haven't got Hobgoblin in my hand, but basically I'm upgrading every villain. And I know some people hate upgrades, but I don't. I welcome it. It's just part of the toy collecting world. It's like eventually things get redone and better as technology and things improve. So it's been a while. It's been years since we last seen those characters in figure form, so I'm not mad about it.
People sold my Hammerhead too.
But he was with Chameleon, so did you buy an extra body for Hammerhead or?
Yeah, I think I bought an extra Coulson body for Hammerhead, or an extra Everett Ross body. It might have been, or it might even have been an extra Tony Stark body.
Yeah.
I think I did something like that for Hammerhead originally.
So let's get this. So the question that I had at the start of the stream, it's been here all day. It's got over 160 votes in currently. The question was, will you be buying the new Spider-Man Retro Wave? The 4 options were yes, all in. Picking and choosing, not for me. And yes, I'm buying 2 sets, mint and open. So obviously, you know me. I haven't even pressed. I don't even know if I can technically vote. But if I'm voting, it's yes. I'm buying 2 sets, mint and open. Brandon, what are you picking? What have you picked on the poll?
I am. Let me find it. Where did it go? I went with yes. I'm in. I'm not getting 2 sets, just the 1 set.
Yeah.
But
I'm all in. Yeah. So
I'm all in.
The voting.
Card decks.
The voting, let me just have a look. So far, all in is 47%. Picking and choosing is 41%. Only 7% say not for me. And then 6% say yes, I'm buying 2 sets, mint and open. Okay, so the smallest minority of people are idiots like me, which is probably a good thing. Obviously, yes. Bravo. I as I said, I'm in that 6% of idiots. All right, so if you're with me in that 6%, we're idiots. And we can't even lie about it. But yeah, only 7% saying they're not in on this wave. So compare that to other polls we've done. That's a pretty low number. So clearly shows how popular these Spider-Man figures are. And again, for opening, for your Spider-Man shelves, or even just for retro nostalgic goodness to display. Like, honestly, people. And this is just this is just a new wave. We still technically need to get, let's go through this in our head, Brandon. So Spider-Man 2099, which has started to hit places now, slowly. Webman as well. Sandman, another one. And also Venom, which is going to be a Hasbro Pulse Con exclusive. So there's these 6 plus another 4. So that's technically 10 more figures on the Spider-Man Retro card to add to your collection, to your shelf, to the wall.
That's 20 figures you're going to have to get by the end of the year.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah. That's crazy, isn't it? I might have to build another wall. Do you reckon I can just, like, cement my door over, just living this room forever? That's just stupid. No, I can't do it. Just make a little hole that people just feed me things through. Yeah. No, that's crazy. Yeah, I genuinely don't think my wall's big enough, so I'm going to have to go over here now, which is fine. I like it. But I don't know where the Fantastic Four ones are going. I can tell you that much.
So a question for you then. So how many are on the wall currently?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 because Kingpin's not on my wall yet.
11.
Okay.
So there's 12 releases so far.
Yeah.
Plus another 10 to come. So that's 22 releases. So you personally, what are your 3 favorite Spider-Man retro releases so far of those 22?
That's a hard question. I've got to go Retro Spidey first and foremost. The first Retro Spidey.
Yeah.
This may be surprising, but Cyborg Spider-Man, because on that retro card, he was one that I had as a kid constantly. I remember it fondly from the retro card. Like, so out of all of them, like nostalgic vibes is that retro card, and that is that Cyborg Spidey. So Retro Spider-Man, Cyborg Spidey, and just to pick one out of the new ones, the Mark 1, I think I'm going to like a lot. Without even having it in hand, I know I'm going to like it, I'm sure. Unless something's terribly wrong with it. Unless I open it and the legs fall off, I think that's going to be a favourite of mine. What about you? Top 3 out of all these so far?
A good question. I think definitely Retro Spidey, like you said. Okay, let me turn around. Retro Spidey.
I'm asking this. By the way, the chat. Let's ask you the same thing, right? We've got nearly over 20 releases on retro cards so far. Give me your favourite three, and I'll read a couple out before we move on to the next bits.
I think for me, it's probably Retro Spidey.
Yeah.
Kingpin, and either Electro or Gwen Stacy. But Peter Parker as well. It's really tough. It is
hard because Peter Parker's first time we're getting Peter Parker. He's got the Spider-Man. He's got that classic head with the split.
Yeah, and I really, really like that retro Kingpin, because it also meant that the other Kingpin just over my shoulder here
is Shadow King.
Shadow King.
That's exactly what I thought.
It meant that it was a worthy purchase. I was upgrading my character, but also that didn't go to waste.
In regards to Shadow King, right? Do you know we had that Monster Venom Build-A-Figure wave, and then we got the single deluxe Venom figure. Yeah. So I took the arms off that Venom Build-A-Figure and put the hands on that retro Kingpin with the Shadow King head. So like I completely utilised the reissued figures. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's what mine's got those hands as well.
Yep. And I've still got Venom on the shelf, so you don't even notice that type of character's missing. It's essentially the same figure anyway, just slight repaint. Yeah, crazy times. All right, let's read a couple of these out. Okay, so Phil Jones says Spidey, Kingpin, Electro. Rich M says Gwen Stacy, Cyborg Spider-Man, and Ben Reilly. Kev's Collectible says I like them all, which is absolutely fine. Jamie says Spidey, Kingpin, Gwen Stacy / Mary Jane. And yeah, I agree that essentially 2 figures in one, because that Mary Jane head is the best Mary Jane head we've got. If you haven't got the previous figure, you can put it on this. So essentially a 2-in-1 really. If you buy 2, you can pose 2 obviously. Screw Toys says Retro Rhino, all I want in my life. We'll get there. We're saving that conversation until we get to the hints, but we're pretty confident that's coming soon. Cloud says Spidey, Kingpin, Black Cat. Rush says 90s Armoured Daredevil. Interesting choice. I know that's not the most popular Daredevil armor, but it's a nice figure, undoubtedly. Matt W says Retro, Spidey, Mysterio. Pickles Go Rotten says Webman, Sandman, and Black Costume. All figures I'm yet to have. Screw Toys says, but Retro Spidey really impressed me. Mysterio and Retro Spidey. Ruler of Randomness says, I only got the Daredevil, so Daredevil, Matt Murdock, and Armored Daredevil. Well, he's not wrong. Tanner says Spidey, Mysterio, and Symbiote for me. Tech Hex 83 says, for me it's the Retro Spider-Man Hobgoblin and the Green Goblin. Just love the way the green pops. Yeah, just like the Retro Hobgoblin we're getting in this wave, the Retro Green Goblin had a different colour palette. It definitely does pop more to the darker tones of the previous single pack releases. Javi Man says Triple J Jonah Jameson, of course, Spider-Man 2099 and Kingpin. Berserk says, I think I like the black when the card backs were just for special release. I think I like back when I like the card backs when they're just special release. They cost the same as regular figures. I don't think the packaging is worth the Build-A-Figure we get as usual. Yeah, I guess he's not wrong. For the same price, we're not getting a Build-A-Figure piece, but that nostalgic for me sort of overrides it. I can't help it. I just can't help it.
And also, when we eventually get the retro, oversized blister card character, that will be a Build-A-Figure. So, Yeah.
Strident says Negative Man, which I think he's talking about the Spider-Man Negative Zone Spider-Man. Everyone's favourite. It's not a horrible figure. It's not a horrible figure. Cloud says, I forgot about Daredevil, damn it. Damien says Electro, Mysterio, and Hammerhead. Lily Hart said something, but then she retracted her message, so I don't know what she said. It's a mystery.
That's one other thing, actually, that I really... It's tough, though, because this is, in my opinion, this is a pretty perfect wave. Like, this is a phenomenal wave. The only thing that I tell you what I was expecting was I thought that the new standard body would be a retro Daredevil in this wave. Like a new body on of a classic Daredevil on a retro card. I thought something like that could be, because Daredevil's room to be an upcoming.
Let's hope so. Content. We can hope.
That's what I was expecting.
Okay, let's keep flicking through this fan first.
They really nailed it here. This is just. I'm looking at that image that we've got up, and I'm like, I can't fault it.
Look,
hardly at all.
That image. That wall, like, soon it's going to happen, people. I was asking the Marvel team in my interview, and they were like very quiet, very awkwardly quiet about Spider-Man retro figures, and now we know why. So I appreciate them. All right, moving on. They didn't finish with retro stuff. They kept it rolling. So here's some retro figures we already have. The two on the end there, Tigra and Hercules, we're yet to get. And now I assume that these are probably just single releases, but more cleverer people out there than me went, no, they'll be part of a wave, and you were completely right. These two seem to be attached to 6 figures that are going to be releasing. These two are up for pre-order right now. Rich how many, just like you with Ultrons, I'm very curious to know how many Tigras Rich has on pre-order currently. I know last time we spoke to Rich, he was literally contacting places to order literal single cases of Tigra and T-Grey, if you will. Haven't heard Friday say T-Grey in a while, people. Hint, hint. But let's get into this. So, first one, Brandon. We know you really liked the previous release of this guy. So, Falcon. Re-release of Falcon on the retro card, throwing it back to the grey retro card. I think he looks nice in the retro card. What are you saying?
Really, really nice on that retro card, bro. Like, very nice. And personally, I would take all the modern repaints of Falcon that they want to give us. I know that classic one will happen one day, but I personally prefer, those modern looks. I think this looks great. The fists and the the open palm hands. The only thing is I would have liked a new head sculpt change. That's the only thing I would. The only reason why is because that's the only thing that I have against the current one is that Falcon head sculpt, he kind of looks a bit dead behind the eyes. I know it's a plastic toy, it's not actually alive, but like there are some head sculpts that really, there are some head sculpts that really are striking or engaging, or that also photograph nicely. That's the only thing about this Falcon is that the eyes can be a bit, and the face can be a bit dull in terms of its how it looks. Yeah. So that's the only thing I would say. Like you compare it to a character like Reilly, for example, that head sculpt just like oozes charisma, so it's like that. But yeah, I think this is great anyway. What do you think?
Well, I was going to ask, ideally, I'm not mad about it, but ideally, I was hoping, and we spoke about this on our retro stream, is that if we get Falcon on this retro card, it's the perfect opportunity to give him his classic deep V look. Yeah. And to be fair to Ryan, he did bring it up during the stream, and I think even White said we're going to get to it eventually. But yeah, so for me, when I thought retro Falcon, I thought, okay, classic deep V, and pack in a little Red Wing accessory. So again, if I'm just being greedy, that's what I would have personally preferred, but I'm not mad about this either. Falcon's one of those characters that I like to get doubles of because he's for me, a big deal. I like having him alongside Cap, etc. So it's the same way I kind of Iron Man without War Machine. Do you know what I mean? For me, I prefer Falcon as a companion to Cap than Bucky Barnes type thing. So, so if I had brought an extra Falcon previously, I would literally replace that with this. I'd be like, okay, this is the Falcon I want mint on card rather than the other one. Don't hate the design. I don't have any real attachment to it. For me, it just looks like a generic modern version of Falcon. But it still looks great in the retro card. Even his wings posed up behind him, they fit well, it works. And And yeah, I like that they constantly keep going back to this grey card as well. So
yeah, I agree.
So because this will technically be the third wave of grey carded legends. Probably my least favourite of the three, but we'll keep going and we'll see why that is. But just jumping out for the chat, Jay's Toy Collection UK says the same as me, holding out for the Deep V. Cloud says missed opportunity not to pack in with Red Wing. Rule of Randomness says, I'm hoping this means we'll see the retro bookie to pair him with. That'd be great. We need a classic like bookie as well. Jamie says miss. I'm happy with the one we got, which is fair. Tyrone also says miss. Matt says I really dig the look for Falcon. It's not super vintage and it's not super modern either. A nice in between. Yeah, that's a fair comment to be fair. Clev Collectible says yes, modern Falcon is the best. So weird they did another Matt Falcon so quick, says Cloud. Kind of bugged me, these announcements, because of it. Only one of these retro for me. The other ones recently. Okay, yeah. I think Tanner was saying to me that he recently brought some of these figures. You know, he backtracked and recently bought some of these. So it was frustrating that they're getting re-releases so soon. But we'll see why as we go through now. So the next one they revealed, and I can't be mad at them since Loki is very much in the zeitgeist of pop culture currently. The live action show on Disney Plus, probably the most popular live action show on Disney Plus. I could be wrong, but I assume it is. It seems to be a lot of people's favorite. Was of course Loki, so another opportunity to get out a Loki figure. Hasbro know what they're doing. So this is a reissue. What builder figure was this with?
It was in the Professor Hulk builder figure wave.
Yeah.
2019.
And do you know when you think about that? Do you picture the box in your head? Is that how you get to there? Yeah, same. I'm the same.
And
picture the box.
And also the time and the other figures: Beta Ray Bill, Union Jack, Shuri, Rescue.
Yeah. So yeah, this came out not 2019, I believe. Then, so not too long ago. I think I can still go to Forbidden Planet and get this guy on a shelf if I look at the back of the pegs. Still around. People didn't hate this figure, but they didn't love it either. Like the chainmail was only painted on, for example. People would appreciate if that was sculpted on. This time he comes with two heads. Both have a slightly variant crown as well. One of them's like the older Loki. So with the Loki opening the door of the multiverse, that sort of justifies another Loki purchase to open, if you will, because you can have a variant old Loki in the display. You know, you can keep the previous one on the shelf, buy this, and then put the old head on this body, and then you've instantly got a variant of Loki for your shelf in the classic look. Do you know what I mean? Like, so you can talk yourself into getting this figure. He comes with the two knives, this was.
So does that mean that you're picking this one up?
I don't know. I'm undecided on these yet. Like, I hesitated on Wave 2. I didn't get the Wave 2 of these retro figures straight away. And then I got a FOMO and I just brought them. Because do you remember when the retro figures first came out? They weren't super popular. Like, they were easy to get. Like, I got both of the Wave 1 and 2 on sale. Do you know, like, and now, because, like, the retro's back in, try and buy a Vision. Try and buy a Scarlet Spider. Do you know what I mean? You're not...
Vision goes silly money.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, so, I don't know. I'm not in a rush to grab these, especially with so much coming out. Certain things have to join the back of the queue. So, yeah, locally I'm not clamoring for, but I do like a classic character on this classic card. I do think he will be an eventual purchase for me. This Loki, however, on this retro card.
This is one I'll be getting, for sure.
Do you not have the A-Force?
No, because when I first got the A-Force box set, I split it with two other people. So I just took the ones that I wanted, and they kept the rest. Or rather, not the ones that I wanted, but because I didn't get all the ones I wanted. But that was just the easiest way of getting it at the time.
So Hasbro sent me this along with Captain Britain. Is of course this new variant female. What's that? Oh, okay. It's the same figure, just re-released again. Which I take the mick, but it is essentially what the retro packaging's all about. So I take the mick, but I'm the idiot over here buying two of all these re-releases. So ignore me. But yeah, basically it's this figure re-released again. And Brandon's right. This was in a box set, in the A-Force box set, and those box sets are obviously a bit higher in price. So when people are picking and choosing what they can and can't pick up, sometimes those box sets, as I said, will join the back of the queue and people won't pick them up, especially if it's not got any A-listers. And I assume, Brandon, you kept Monica Rambeau. Who else did you keep in that box set?
So we got Monica Rambeau. We got. It's a good question. Who else? Sif. Monica Rambeau, Sif.
There was Singularity. There was Elsa Bloodstone. There was.
Yeah, I didn't keep Elsa. Didn't keep Singularity.
I think that's all 5, by the way. Loki, Singularity, Elsa Bloodstone.
I didn't keep Lady Loki, and I did keep She-Hulk. I sold her.
Oh yeah, She-Hulk. Yeah. I've literally got the new She-Hulk just standing in front of that She-Hulk, like covering her on the display. Really? Literally just in front of her. You can't even see the A-Force box.
I'm really hoping we get a classic She-Hulk at some point.
Oh shit, I've bounced forward way too much. Let's go back. There you go. I was stuck on that barrel. But yeah, there you go. This figure, it's a nice figure, don't get me wrong. And again, they're capitalizing on the Loki. Like, I'm very curious, did they plan to re-release this before the Loki show? After the Loki show? Like, I don't know.
They would have known ahead of time, like, because of Sylvie.
But I mean, was it because of the Loki show, it's got the retro card type thing? Do you know what I mean? If the Loki show didn't happen, would we have got a Lady Loki on retro card?
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But she's a great figure, though. I'm not like dissing the figure. If you haven't got the A-Force box set, she's worthy of a pickup, people. Very nice figure. Really nice face sculpt. Really nice design. And she was like part of what there was during the storyline that Loki turned himself female. He's in Sif's body. Like, I believe this is Sif's body. As Loki in Sif's body. I think something like that. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But I remember us sitting around the table with like Doom and others. Again, I need Rich M or Rush to correct me, but very nice figure. And yeah, Brandon's picking her up. And I probably will eventually, maybe. I don't know. I'm undecided. Looking at the chat real quick. Let me just scroll down. Lady Loki's a hit. Lots of hits. Yeah.
Jay says that Retro Wave 2 was on sale on Big Bad Toy Store for $75 last year.
Told you, like those retro waves at first, people are like, I don't want them. They're only reissues. But now retro's like in again. People are loving the retro goodness. So yeah, get on what you can, people. Get on what you can. Yeah, like the Wolfpack. Shout out to the Wolfpack. He says I missed the A-Force Wave, the box set. He means, but I picked up the She-Hulk loose. And then Cloud says, yes, it's Sif's body. So I don't mean as in like Sif's body as in the figure. I mean like within comic storylines, Loki took over Sif's body. And that's where you got Lady Loki. Just Lady Loki for me out of these three, says Mini Plastic Multiverse. So Tom's not after Falcon Loki. He just wants the girls. He wants all the ladies. And yeah, loads of hits actually. So again, I suppose that's because people don't have the A-Force box set.
And I think that box set was 2017.
Yes,
so
a while ago.
In collector time, I mean. So it makes sense.
Again, and the retro re-releasing it and a retro card makes complete sense as well. I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it at all. It makes sense. It makes sense. Again, I'm a guy who I'm not like going, I hope no one has these figures on their shelves. Like I'm like, no, I won't buy all the same figures as me as you want. But everyone's me and Brandon, right? Guarantee you we have about 80% the same figures on the shelf, but our displays are different. The figures that are posed next to each other. That's what's so good about collecting and displaying your figures. We could literally both be given the same 100 figures to pose up on a shelf. And both of us would display them and pose them different, put them in different spots. And that's what I love about collecting. It's like everyone puts their own little twist on it. So, yeah, great. All right, cool. Okay, let's get into some little teases. And then obviously they ask the questions. But first they tease some stuff. This one stumped me, Brandon. This one stumped me. It seems to be a barrel. And last time I checked, and I did check, Donkey Kong isn't part of the Marvel Universe.
He's not?
No. So I don't know who we're going to be throwing barrels at, but it definitely seems like some sort of oil drum, a barrel. Dwight says it's got bullet holes in it. He also said it's got a peg hole in it, right? Which made me think, is it a mallet? Do you know, we're thinking it's a drum, but if it's got a peg hole in it, which he did point out, it's got a peg hole in it, is it a mallet? So then I was thinking, well, what Marvel characters have mallets? Do you know what I mean? Like, see where I'm going with that? Okay, so By the way, I don't have a list for you. It's not like I'm about to pull out a list. I'm literally asking the chat. I sort of set that up like I was about to go, here's what I think it is. No, I have no clue. No clue. I'm just thinking out loud, mate. I'm just thinking out loud. But do you see where my brain's going with that?
I do, yeah, I do. I just, if I'm honest, I cannot wait for PulseCon. PulseCon is going to give us answers, I hope. Fingers crossed. So I cannot wait for PulseCon. I think we're going to get some answers there, hopefully. But I definitely, by the looks of it, it definitely looks like we're going down the route of some diorama pieces maybe, or a base, like a Diamond Select does their bases, like how Toy Biz used to do those bases, like for the Sentinel bases, and what other bases did they do? Captain America.
Another idea. Another idea. Just thinking out loud. If you listen to the sort of interviews the Hasbro team did with the YouTubers and etc. recently, accessory packs was brought up, and then Dan Yoon on In Parallel Universe's live stream was saying how Ryan's an advocate for accessory packs. He hears you. It's just finding a way to make it happen, right? So could this barrel be a tease for an accessory pack, and then that peg hole is where you put a blast effect in it so you can pose up with guns hitting it or something like that? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it could be.
So instead of us all thinking, oh, what character does this barrel relate to? Is it just part of an accessory pack? I don't know. Let me just jump to the chat and see what the chat is saying, because I was hoping the chat had the answer for us. I'm not going to lie. Just real quick regarding Loki, regarding the female Loki, Greg said Dark Grain Loki is Sif's body, as Thor brought everyone back during the JMS revival of Asgard. And then Rich said what Greg said. So there you go. I was correct. That barrel is for Donkey Kong, says Jay. Jay, I already cracked that joke, all right? Only one comedian around here, all right? Jay on the Grind says Radioactive Man. I've already got a Radioactive Man, but that's Rainier Wolfcastle and his sidekick Millhouse as Fallout Boy. But that's a Simpsons reference. But I do have a Radioactive Man. I don't have the Radioactive Man that came in the Marvel Legends 3 pack, if that's what you're talking about. So I'd like that, if that's what it is. What happens if that's not actually unpainted? What happens if that's glow in the dark, Brandon?
Could you imagine? That would be...
People are thinking, oh, an unpainted prototype barrel. What happens if it's glow in the dark and it's all part of the gimmick? Cloud says, no clue what that could be. Well, that's a lot of help. That's a lot of help, Cloud. Jay says the same. No idea on the barrel. Well, thanks, guys. Jamie says Daredevil, maybe. Really want a re-release of the Elektra on the retro card. Bon Williams says, I'm hoping it's Punisher related, but I think it's a prop for the Captain America diorama for the Marvel 20th anniversary. I honestly think this could be part of an accessory pack Bug Nice has been pushing for, says Rush. Tony Collector says, I think it's Daredevil maybe. Cap Liv says a new Daredevil would be cool. Pogo says a barrel for smaller character to sit on. Damien says AIM headquarters, ? Strident says Mephisto. LOL. Could be Mephisto. Home Dude says you don't mean Frill House. Of course I mean Frill House. I only type my name. Frill House. And again, Home Dude, he gets that reference. Tac Tac says Donkey Kang from the Council of Kangs as a deluxe figure. Now, there's a lot of Kang variants. I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually happened. Klaus is happy to help.
I would take it. My Council of Kangs is always open to new things.
Yeah. Donkey Kang. On the barrel, we're stumped. We're literally stumped. No one knows. Dan might be right, says Logan. What did I say? I chat so much nonsense, Logan. I don't even know what you're saying could be right. I could be wrong as well. Remember that. It's one of them. That's the barrel chemicals that blinded child Daredevil. So, Omega Weapon, do you think we're going to get a little tiny child Daredevil? Interesting.
Oh, that would be good.
We've never got a little kid Marvel Legend, because that could be reissued then as Franklin Richards. It could be reissued as loads of things.
Or you could put it on the teenage Buck, you know.
Yeah. Greg says, thinking about the Dark Reign Cabal, we could have Lady Loki, White Queen, Namor, Doctor Doom, missing a good Norman Osborn. Well, we did get the interchangeable Norman Osborn head with the retro green Goblin. If you put that on an extra suited body, that's probably your best bet at the minute. I think that's what I did. Yeah, actually, my Norman Osborn head is on a spare suited body. As you can tell, I bought a few spare suited bodies, thanks to my good friend Ali, his second name Express. Phil Jones says power pack, exclamation mark. Who knows? All right, I'm moving on because we're stumped, people. We're stumped. Okay, next up, Ryan needed to fix his car. He ran to get the tool shed. He got his pliers, and then before he went and fixed his car, obviously he showed off this really hot piece of paper. He didn't want to touch it with his hands. It was fresh out the printer. He didn't want to get ink on his hands. He probably just got his missus to print it off, and he was like, okay, I don't want to smudge it. Let me get these pliers. Let me hold it up to screen. Wise decision. Don't want to be showing off smudged artwork. And yes, exactly that. It's some smudged artwork. So he shows it next to a card, which I'm hoping one of these slides show. There you go. So I'd say that's Marvel Legend packaging-esque.
Yeah.
Last Fan First, he showed off a little stand that we all said had a little slot in it. Now, are we thinking, Brandon, this is like a back card piece diorama display background thingy-majig?
That's my thinking. The other thing I thought of was something similar to the face-off packs. The Toy Biz face-off packs. Because I think they had something like that, like a backing card or prop kind of thing, maybe. But yeah, I definitely think that this will be a Captain America. It looks like it would be a Captain America oriented figure.
The Red Skull also had that same window, by the way.
Yeah. And my number one hope is that we get like. Did you see Mayfex showed that classic Iron Man, that classic comic Iron Man?
Yeah. So you want this guy, yeah?
So because Mayfex did that, right? A classic comic Iron Man, we all know we're definitely going to get a classic Captain America from Mayfex at some point. What I hope Legends does with this release is gives us like a definitive Captain America that blows anything Mayfex could do out of the water at their price point, and that really blows the 80th Captain America out of the water. I'm talking butterfly joints, pinless arms and elbows. You know what I mean? Arms and knees, sorry. I think something I really hope with that 20th anniversary line that we're all kind of suspecting it'll be. I really, really hope that they go like state of the art. This is what Marvel Legends looks like for the next 5 years, kind of thing.
Exciting. So I do think we'll see them at PulseCon. I do think they're going to save this reveal for PulseCon. I don't think we'll see the figures until next year, obviously, but I do think we'll start seeing these at PulseCon, at least a few of them at least. But yeah, I think this is a diorama piece. It's not really a diorama piece. It's a card back that slots in for display. Just like, as I mentioned previously, the old WWE figures recently did exactly that. Some of the old elites, you could buy a wrestling figure, it had a stand, but then you also put the card on the back of it. Then if you brought the whole wave, it created a whole background. I don't think this would be the case, or maybe it will, because you could get Cap, you could get Red Skull, you could get Bucky, and then it all creates a solid piece. I don't know. But Jay says that's the same base from Series 1 Cap. I use it for my G.I. Joes. Phil was talking about power pack in regards to Mark Tak is back for super chat. Thank you, Mark. I'll let Friday read that out.
TAK Toys with Film donated £4.49. Dan and Brandon, I've sent an image to your Instagram that I wish related to the barrel tees.
Interesting. Okay, let me go to my Instagram. And that's how you get our attention on a live stream, people. You do the super chat. I appreciate that, Mark. Let me go to my Instagram and see this barrel tees picture. If you see anything in the chat, Brandon, while I'm doing that, feel free to shout that out.
Let's have a look. Cloud says it really does look like the old Cap display. Greg says it could be Cap, Red Skull, or Young Bucky. Damien says it could be Captain Planet. Rush says if you look at the Cap diorama for the Legends Series 1, this is the exact same design on the background. Tyrone says 80th is my definitive, so I'm set. Screw Toy says Wade will reveal Cap. I will reveal Rhino. Greg says 20th anniversary line needs to up the buck. Give them the butterfly joint top and bottom pin necks, drop down legs and pinless.
This is what my Tak sent me, by the way. This is his barrel tees. It seems like a little monkey Hulk throwing it at some shield agent wolves and cats and mouse, it seems, and then a pig at the end. That would be an interesting 4-pack, I'll tell you that. I'd pose it along with my Peter Porker. But thank you very much, Mark Tak. some reason I wouldn't get your hopes up, Mark. I just don't see it happening, but it could be. Who knows? But thank you very much, Mark. Rush says in the chat that this is like, if you look at the Cap diorama from the Legends Series 1, this is the exact same design on the background. Look up and compare. I guess we could look up and compare. Marvel Legends, Toy Bears, Series 1, Captain America.
Yeah, and that was my thinking as well, is that, like, I was thinking about it next year being the 50th anniversary. Is it 50 or 60 years for Peter Parker? I can't remember.
60,
50, I think.
60, I think.
60, yeah, you're right. Because it was 62, wasn't it?
They're never going to let me forget that now, Brandon, trust me.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. So there's that. So can you see that yet? So there's the window. There's wave 1, Cap, with the diorama piece. And then if we jump back to the image, there you go. So there's the open window, a little bit at the top. There it is. Very similar. Very similar. So that's got to be Cap, right? It's got to be Cap. It's got to be Cap.
And the other thing I was going to say is I really mean it. Like, if they say they did these and they charged, like, the same as they do for the Infinity Saga, right? So, like, £26. Even if they upped it a bit more to 30, 35, if they were, like, as I can't remember who said it in the chat, but if they were, like, the best, like Greg said, if they were the best that Hasbro has to offer, like the drop-down legs, the new ball joint at the neck, the butterfly joints, pinless joints, all of that kind of stuff, it would be so worth it.
Yeah.
So worth it.
Best of the best. As I said, it's the 20-year celebration. So give us what Marvel Legends are now. Exactly what you said. Give us what the best you've got right now. Give it in Legends form, so you could do a straight up year 1 to year 20 comparison, and it's going to be night and day.
Yeah, and I would happily pay that premium for it, because that, like, I really like the 80th Cap, but it's limited in how much I can pose it and really, really enjoy it. Whereas if you give that character the best of what Hasbro has to offer, and you're winning, like, easy. And the other thing I was going to say is, with Spider-Man's anniversary being 60 next year, and with No Way Home coming, and as well, it's the 20th anniversary of Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. It's the 10th anniversary of Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I could really see next year's, like, summer program, fall program, being Spider-Man oriented, and I think I would much rather them do that and dedicate that full program to Spider-Man, and have this line be like this way, or call it, that 20th anniversary stuff. I would rather it be like 5 or 6, like a smaller line, but like top quality line.
Yeah, I get that. As I said, I'm excited to see what it is. We shall hopefully, again, they never said this, but we hope to find out. And Hasbro PulseCon, I think Ryan did sort of say we'd find out more then. So I'm assuming we will know where those stands, we'll know where those diorama pieces. Maybe we'll find out about what that drum comes from. But yeah, so that's go on.
Sorry, Jay the Grind said maybe Isaiah Bradley. I really don't see it happening, but I would literally run down my road screaming with joy if they did do it. You would never hear me shut up about how excited I am if they did do it.
Screw Toys said Wade will reveal Cap. Yeah, if they're going to give a YouTuber the Cap reveal, then Wade is perfect for it. So yeah, let's as I said, if it is Cap, we shall find out sooner rather than later. Okay, so that's everything they've shown off. But of course, they didn't leave it at that. They left us with some teasers. So I haven't got the images of the teasers, but again, they're just questions. So we can just talk through these together, people, all right? So the first tease, if I can get it up. So the first tease, they said, there will be a Legends figure. Now, all of these teasers, I'm not joking. Me, super producer Rich, and you can get our heads together and turn these into actual streams before Hasbro PulseCon happens. Or maybe we will. Maybe we'll do a whole stream on. There will be a Marvel Legends figure without legs. All right, so they're using Cannonball as the joke, but they did say there will be another Marvel Legends figure in 2022 without legs. All right, so Brandon, when they said that, what was the first thing that came to your head? Just the first thing. Yeah, same with me. So I genuinely, first thing that came to my head, Serpent Society. We've got a whole crew of Serpent Society up on the shelf. King Cobra, Cottonmouth, Eel, Constrictor, Viper. Yeah, give me some more Cobra. Give me some more Serpent Society. So that's where my brain went.
Yeah.
But then if I started thinking about it, I was like, okay, Dwight's teased. Dwight's like Reavers is always talking about loving the opportunity for a Bone Cruncher. Bone Crusher, I think Bone Crusher, isn't it? So that was like, okay, that could be a deluxe. That could be a big deluxe figure like MODOK. It could be in a box. It could be in a Riders Wave. Yeah, okay. So let's see where the chat's going with this, all right? So the first tease was Marvel Legends without legs. What are you saying? I know Phil was like, the first thing that came to his head was dupe.
Tech says Bonebreaker as well. It's got to be because Dwight loves the Reavers.
Yeah, Bonebreaker, yeah.
Dryden says Nova. Rich says dupe or no girl.
No girl. They're not giving us no girl. He wants no girl, but it's not happening.
Logan says Bushmaster. Damien says Jackson Wheel and Rocket Racer. Greg said it could be Smythe and his insane Spider Slayer chair.
I love that.
Grind.
But I don't think it's anyone in a wheelchair because technically they have legs. They just don't work. So that's why I don't think it's Mojo either, because yes, Mojo's a big blob, but he has robotic legs. So technically he has legs. So I genuinely think this figure has no legs. Whether they're robot, whether they're paralyzed, whatever, this figure's going to have no legs. So it's either Tank Treads or it's Serpent Society. That's where my brain's going.
Liv says dupe. Tom Mini Plastic Multiverse says Bonebreaker. We've got a couple of Bushmasters there from Phil and VJ.
Yeah. Let me show you.
Williams, I immediately thought Mojo, but everyone convinced me it's Bonebreaker.
Yeah, let me put Bonebreaker in. And again, we probably will talk about these in a little bit more detail on a different stream. Because again, it's just easy conversation.
Rich said you'll have no girl when Amanda looks in the garage.
I'll show everyone no girl, and the chat can decide if we're going to get it. Okay, so let me pull up these pictures again. All right. Okay, so these are just Google images of Bonebreaker, but you know the score. Reavers. It's basically another Reaver to go along with your Skull Buster and your Lady Deathstrike, and then Reese if you brought an extra head. But there you go. He's basically a Reaver with no legs. He has a tank, people. So yeah, I think if I had to pick, if I was the person picking, Dan, you get to pick the next Marvel Legends without legs. This is it, right? This is good. This is what we want.
We'd pick it for Dwight. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, I think this would be the fan favorite. Genuinely, if I've tempted to do another poll, what figure do you want with no legs? I think this would be the winner. But if we have a quick look at, I don't want to Google Bushmaster because some crazy shit might come up if I haven't got the explicit content search on. But let's put Marvel Bushmaster. Be careful, people. No, we're good. Here he is. There you go. So this guy technically has no legs, right? All right. So I think it's got to be one of them. It could be a curveball. It could be something else. Let's put is it No Girl? Marvel No Girl. All right. Let's see what. This is super producer Rich's want.
I was gonna say, how funny could it be? Agatha Harkness.
She's got legs.
Yeah, but imagine when she's got that big flowy cape. It could just be like a stand, and then it plugs into her. I'm just joking about it. Oh my gosh.
Marvel No Girl.
I thought Rich was just joking.
This is what Rich wants. He's not wrong. It has no legs. Could be.
It's true. Yeah.
You could whack this in an accessory pack. Get a whole new character with an accessory pack.
Rich says retro-carded Hydro Man. Just chuck a black t-shirt body and cast Cannibal's base in blue. Job done.
Yeah, could, I guess. I guess they could do that. He's not wrong. It's a good shout. Which version of No Girl do you want, Rich? Do you want this version or this version? I assume you want the floating brain version. Yeah, No Girl. Would anyone want a No Girl Marvel Legend? Some people are saying Madam Web, but Madam Web's got legs. She's a woman.
I take a what if Scott Lang?
Oh yeah, yeah, in those little Futurama style heads.
Did you see this week's episode yet?
Yeah, I did. I watched it at midnight last night. I thought it ended very abruptly. By the way, I was like, oh, it's the end. You know, I thought it was going somewhere, but it just ended.
Well, I feel like they must have set it up for a second.
It's got to be right.
For, a second in season 2.
It's got to be.
But I have to say, just no spoilers in case anybody hasn't seen it. But the Wakandan general in that episode, you know who I mean?
Keep going.
So you know when they have that there's that fight scene.
Yes.
And there's a Wakandan general who leads the Wakandan army.
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. I need a figure of that.
In the what if style.
That's brilliant, huh?
In the what if style. In the what if animated look.
Yeah.
Okay. We could do a whole. When What If is over, by the way, we will do a whole stream on what characters we want from What If in figure form. Like that's gotta happen.
Yeah. And that is spoiler alert, but that is that is top of my list. I absolutely love that. I thought it was magnificent.
Phil Jones says Jarvis is, by the way. I guess Jarvis has got no legs. Again, people keep saying Madam Web, but Madam Web, people, she has legs. I'm very confident Madam Web has legs. Let's have a quick look. But Madam Two Swords? No, Madam Web. Yeah, she's just wearing a long dress, right? Hang on, let me get this picture up. You tell me, Brandon, right? Madam Web. Classic comics image right here of Madam Web. She's got legs, right? Just in a dress, right? Maybe?
Like she's just in a dress.
Yeah, I think so. There you go. There's another one.
That could be the first one in their new what do you call it? Throne waves that they're doing, Dan.
Yes, the throne wave. I was the first person to say that. So if Marvel actually does that, I definitely want some commission on that pie. I planted that seed. No, I'm sure I wasn't, but still. Give me animated Madam Web all day long. Yes, please. There you go. This is what I want. When I think of Madam Web, this is what I think of. Really love that show. Love that show. It's gone from Disney Plus UK, you know.
Really?
Yeah, it's gone. Unless it's come back. But the animated Spider-Man's gone from Disney Plus UK.
That's so weird.
Sad times.
I'm finish rewatching it.
Yep, sad times. Unless it's back. If I'm back, the chat will tell me. But I'm pretty confident. Last time I went to look, it was gone from my watch list and it was just gone. Okay, let's get back to these guesses because there's more. The second tease was, and again, this swings us back around to Spider-Man, so this one will be easy. There will be another oversized retro Spider-Man carded figure. Okay, so think Kingpin. Think Kingpin.
Rhino.
Rhino is just Rhino. So easy, right? Just Rhino.
By the
not
time
Lizard, not Doc Ock.
By the time that figure releases, it would have been 1.5 years since I sold my Rhino, thinking that we were going to get one a hell of a lot sooner. So I am praying that it's Rhino.
Yeah. So the same question to you, chat, as well. Again, I assume everyone's on the same page. There will be another oversized retro Spider-Man card next year. Just like the Kingpin, retro Spider-Man card on the bigger blister packaging. What's it going to be? Brandon says Rhino. A lot of people say Rhino. I genuinely do think it's Rhino as well because it's going to be 6 years since the original release. It's pretty sought after on the aftermarket. People want it. Just makes sense for it to be Rhino. However, it could be Lizard. Could be Doc Ock. I don't think it needs to be Doc Ock, but it could be. And necessarily, it could be. It could be Spider Slayer. It could be Alistair Smythe. There are other animated characters they could put on it. But I genuinely do think it's Rhino. Rhino was in the animated series loads. So yeah, I think Rhino. Let me go to the chat and I'll read out some Rhinos. Because surely everyone's thinking Rhino. Phil Jones says, give us Lizard 2. Mike D says, it's Rhino. I think it's already leaked. Rhino says, Screw Toys. VJ says, Rhino, no doubt. I hope it's Lizard, said Damien. Damien? Tony says, Rhino. Rush, talking to someone else. Jabberoo Jerry J. I don't even know if that's how you say your name, Jay. So I'm just going to call you Jay. But he became a channel member and he wants to come in Legends and Liquor. So shout out to you. He says, there's so many Spider-Man cartoons. Which one was removed? The 90s Spider-Man cartoon, like the original good one from the 90s, not the spectacular, the original 90s Spider-Man cartoon. I don't know how else to explain it. It's the best one. And in my opinion, anyway. But I'm old. Rush says Rhino. Jamie says Rhino 100%. Jay's Clothes Collection 2 says, please be animated Lizard, not Rhino, as I already have the current Rhino, but not the modern Lizard. He said, okay, Jamie says it's still on Disney. Okay, good. Good. All right, well, it did go. It 100% went, and it's obviously back, but it was definitely gone for a while. This wasn't like yesterday. This was like the other week I looked, and it was gone.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to hear it's back. Okay, so it seems to be between Lizard and Rhino. Original Spider Sayer with the J.J. Jonah Jameson face protection, says Greg. Doubt it, but I'll take it. Man Spider, says Graffitoy. That's a good shout as well, because the Man Spider was a whole like story arc within the cartoon. Madam Web with no legs and her throne, 2 hints in one. You're a genius, Rich. Could be that. I'd buy it. Pogo says Man Spider as well. But yeah, okay, that's an easy one. And the last one, the last tease, there will be at least 2 characters who have never appeared in Toy Biz or Hasbro that were also in the Marvel Universe Series 2 card set in 1991. Now this 100% could be a whole stream, but I think the list is small, and I did put it on Twitter, and Brian also tweeted something. So let me just go through my Twitter real quick, and we should be able to pull up some images. So people already in the know can probably already tell us. But let me just scroll backwards a minute and we'll see what we can find. Okay, so.
Cap Limp says they need to add Spectacular Spider-Man to Disney Plus. It's the best Spider-Man cartoon.
I've never seen it, so I don't know, but I will believe you. But I don't agree with you because I'm too selfish with my nostalgic feelings. Okay. Let me jump back to the images because I've got the images up because I'm a professional and we're nearly finished and the Streamlabs hasn't crashed. We're in a good spot. Okay, so I've just cursed myself, haven't I? If I've cursed myself, I'll see you on the next one. Right, okay, so here's the cards, right? So these are the Marvel Universe Series 2 cards. Beautiful. There's 18 pages of these cards. Ryan Ting tweeted out the website. Like, I got this link from Ryan. Lots of really nice images from classic Marvel characters we all know and love. Lots of these we have already got, thankfully, on our Marvel Legends shelves, all right? Very happy. This is how good it is to be a Marvel Legends collector right now because there's so many of these. But if you start taking a closer look, you'll notice characters like Death's Head 1. Not Death's Head 2, Death's Head 1. Never had a Marvel Legend. Speedball. Never had a Marvel Legends. Banshee technically has had a Marvel Legends, but it still needs a redo. Same as US Agent. Megan's got one now. Jubilee, Ghost Rider, Beast. All got Legends. Right? So if you keep going through this list, and I have reposted it on Twitter as well. So if you want to go and check out these images for yourself, Ryan Ting did post out a link, and I did retweet it. So go to the Twitter. Do you know what? I think I can just put it in the chat. How about that for yous? That's how technology works, right? And I'll put it in the chat for yous. So yeah, this is it. But the actual list Rich put together for me, and I'm sure many of us put this list together as well. But this is the list. So can you read that out, Brandon, while I post this link for people?
Yes. So it's Rachel Summers, Rachel Gray, Death's Head 1, Speedball, Baron Mordo, Saracen, Nebula, Deathwatch, Blackout, Calypso, and Sleepwalker.
Interesting. So out of all of them, Brandon, just yourself, you're picking 2 of them. Who are you picking?
I think Rachel Summers. And I think Rachel Summers and Nebula.
Yeah. And I did get clarification, by the way, right? So we asked the question. We put to Ryan. Ryan, we need clarification. Do the MCU versions count with your hint? Because technically, we've already had Nebula, but in MCU form. So we wanted clarification.
Yeah.
Ryan Ting, down here, confirms via tweet, MCU versions do not count. So that means Nebula is fair game. She is included in the tease.
And Mordo.
And Mordo, yes. Because we've had Baron Mordo as well. So there you go. So I agree with Brandon. If I'm picking, I would like Rachel Summers, especially now that we've got the Excalibur box set. Like, make it happen. Then I've got a full Excalibur team on the shelf. So I picked Rachel, and just being a UK guy, I sort of want to say Death's Head because he debuted in Marvel UK. However, Nebula is very iconic, especially that comic panel where she's like literally holding the Infinity Gauntlet. You know, like Baron Mordo in comic form would be another great one. Speedball for New Warriors. Don't know much about Sleepwalker, I'm not going to lie. So yeah, I'd probably go Nebula and Rachel Summers as well in comic form. But there's some great choices there. Great choices. So I assume the chat have already started answering the question I'm about to ask. But before we get out of here, as the wrap-up question this evening, which one of these do you want in figure form? Which two of these do you reckon it's going to be? And sometimes you have to put your own feelings to the side and think, which ones could probably get a reuse? Like, looking at a picture of Sleepwalker, you could probably get a little bit of reuse out of Kang. And Kang was a brand new body. So, like, it makes sense. Let me see if I can find the Kang image. Again, there's a lot of pages, so I don't know if I'll be able to. Oh, there he is. There he was. There he was. Right at the bottom there. So there's Kang. And then let's see if we can... And there's Nebula, by the way. Never had Nebula. Let's see if we can see Sleepwalker now. I don't know if I already went past him. Probably have, knowing my look. Oh, okay. These are the teams. So I probably already went past him. But still, my point is, you got to try and think clever and think, where can Hasbro get reuse? Where can they tweak, change? But let's have a look at the chat real quick. Okay.
So, people are saying, Phil says, would love a Death's Head. Cloud says, I'd lose my mind if they made Blackout. I'd buy 2. Damien says, Carrion, Rocket Racer, Jackson Wheel, Baron Mordo. Rush says, Rachel Summers has had an action figure, Dan. True, she had the Rachel Summers from Terrax Wave.
Yeah, Hope.
No, that was Hope.
That's Hope Summers, not Rachel Summers.
Oh yeah, Rachel Summers was in the I think the Juggernaut Wave. Not the Juggernaut Wave. What am I talking about? I can see it. What's
what
that
about
thing
Marvel
called?
Girl?
Marvel Girl. Yes, there we go. In the dark days of Hasbro.
Okay.
What was that thing? What's that insect creature thing?
Insect
figure.
The Brood.
Brood, yes, the Brood.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, sorry, I had a blank moment. Jamie says Rachel and Nebula. Mike says Rachel. Jay says Baron Mordo and Speedball. Ewan says, I believe Ryan said that the team and versus cards count as well, which adds even more people to the list. Moondragon being one.
Okay, so Rachel's eliminated. Rachel's eliminated because, as I said, people have, Rachel's eliminated. So we don't, again, ignore this tweet. This was an early tweet. I blame Rich. Rich is my source, all right? Super producer. But yeah, we've been corrected.
Sleepwalker, Calypso, Speedball. Everybody is helping me out with the Brood. Thank you very much. Mike says they already said there would be Rachel Summers with spikes when they were talking about the reveal of Megan. Okay. Beast, Nebula, and Baron Mordo likely.
So replace, who are you having instead of Rachel? You said Rachel and Nebula. Who are you having instead of Rachel?
Who would I have instead of that? Instead of Rachel, so I'd go Nebula and Speedball.
Speedball to go with the New Warriors. There'll be a lot of people out there that appreciate that for sure.
That'd work.
I'd love a new Brood. It's a Lux Brood, says Cloud. It was variant packaging, says Mike D. So yeah, okay. So Marvel Girls, Rachel Summers eliminated, but the others seem like fair game. It's probably going to be two obscure ones. It's probably going to be Sleepwalker and like, I don't know, Baron Mordo could be a good shout because you could reuse pieces from Doctor Strange, especially with the Doctor Strange movie coming out. He could be a figure in the Doctor Strange movie wave. He could be a comic figure within that wave, especially if they don't give us an updated Baron Mordo. We don't know how much of a role Baron Mordo plays in this new film, so they could give us him in comic version in that wave, because it is obviously very, 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 very likely that we're going to get a a Thor wave and a Doctor Strange wave next year. So you got to think, where are these characters going to go? And I think Baron Mordo could fit in a Strange wave. I don't know, crazy. But there you go.
Maybe they could fit in a Thor wave, given the Guardians.
That's very true. That's very true. Guardians, Nebula's in the Guardians now, and there you go. There you go. We could have answered it there. You got to try and think like that, but we could be completely wrong as well. It could just be Sleepwalker and Blackout. We don't know anything. But Cloud Foxwell would be happy if it was Blackout. Team Nebula, says Lizzie Hart. How you doing, Lizzie Hart? I've seen a few Lizzie Hart's messages retracted today. Was she swearing throughout the chat or something? It's all good, Lizzie Hart. We appreciate you. All right, Sam, Brandon, let's wrap up. Favorite reveal from Marvel Monday fan first live stream.
Oh, good question. Favorite reveal? I was going to say Symbiote Spidey, but they already technically revealed that with Jay. So I would say Shocker for me. Yeah.
Great choice. As I said, I'm not going to argue with anyone if they're picking a retro figure. As I said, I already said mine was the Mark 1 Spider Army. Spider Army? I'm going to have a Spider Army once I start adding all these Spider-Men to the show. But Spider Armor Mark 1. Just because, again, like the Cyborg Spider-Man, for me, that's like super nostalgic. So there's my favourite. Let us know your favourite in the chat real quick. I'm going to end this poll once and for all, and I'll give you the final results. Also, shout out to Mark Tac with your super chats and your contributions tonight. You have become the top contributor of the month. So thank you very much, Mark Tac. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. And make sure you go subscribe to Mark Tac's channel as well. Go and click on his name. It'll take you straight to his channel. Go and subscribe. Show some love to the man. He's a good man. Hopefully he'll be on Legends and Liquor this week as well. We shall see. Okay, so nearly 200 votes in the poll. Just 2 off we were. 198 votes. So will you be buying the new Spider-Man Retro Wave? With 44% of the vote. Yes, I'm all in. Picking and choosing has 43%. So you combine them. There's 87% of people out there are buying figures from this wave. So popular wave for sure. 7% says not for me. And then 4% in the minority, like me. I am in that very small minority because I'm buying 2, one to open and one to keep on card. It may not be straight away. I may have to take a breath and wait a minute, or sell that kidney on the aftermarket. We shall see. Maybe it's time that that Phoenix 2-pack goes up on eBay. You know, I don't know. It's getting to that sort of time. I need running out of funds to buy all these legends. First world problems, people. First world problems. Daniel S says Armor Mark 1. Jamie says Ben Spidey. Lizzie says no, I couldn't make my mind up, but I'm good, thanks. Okay, I just kept seeing her messages being retracted, so I wasn't sure if something was happening, but it's all good. As long as you've not been attacked by spam, Lizzie, we're happy you're here. Ben Reilly says Rich M. Logan says Spider Armor Shocker. Mike D says I only pre-ordered Symbiote Spider and Ben Reilly. Mark Tat says I want the Death Swat. Zero idea about the character, but I love that design and seeing it on card. And again, that's what's so great about action figures. Trust me, on Sundown Legends and Liquor, I'm going to be talking about the Cosmic Mythic Legions just because they look like cool action figures that I want to buy. I just don't know how I'm going to be able to make it happen. Probably won't be able to make it happen, but I want to because they just look like cool figures. Again, I love action figures because I have a nostalgic attachment to stuff, but then I love action figures because they're just cool action figures sometimes as well. Evan says Lady Loki and Trickster Loki for me, being that I never got the A-Force box set. Dan Un. I don't think that's the real Dan Yoon though, to be fair. It could be. He says one-on-one out. Come on, guys. It could be the real Dan Yoon because he can't have changed his profile. Is that the real Dan Yoon? I don't know. It is. Okay, cool. I didn't want to be faked out there. Dan Yoon, we appreciate you.
That's Mr. Johns did that artwork.
It's beautiful, by the way. It's beautiful. But my bad. I thought we had an imposter. No, Dan Yoon, he says one in, one out. Come on, guys. Yeah, you got to buy one. Yeah, I know the score. I know the score. My favourite has to be Symbiote Spike.
Dan is going to get one in and one out for all of us.
Oh, is that what you meant? That's great. I'm okay with Shocker now. Thanks for Hammerhead, says Jay. I had to pick up Nova when I saw it. Damien says, Hammerhead, it's the real me, yo. You're not helping out your cause, Dan, with the Excalibur commission. My bad. If anything, I was helping because I didn't want an imposter of the legendary Dan Yun out and about on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? I was about to shut that down. I was about to click and report. So it's a good job you're the real man. The real deal. We appreciate you, Dan. And by the way, as I said, this wall is going to be complete. Right? I'm a happy man. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's all I'm saying. I did try and get the answers out of you during our interview, but I understand why you kept it shut now. He knew. He knew they were coming. But yeah, everyone, we appreciate you. Thank you very much for sticking around on another Thursday afternoon. I always appreciate the Legends team give us something to talk about. As I said, this week is a Legends and Liquor week, all right? So become a channel member. Hit that join button. Hit that members club tier. And then let me know you want to come and join the stream. Be part of the channel. You'll help and support Legends and Liquor. Come and join me for a drink and to talk some toys. You don't have to drink, it's just a gimmick. Basically, I'll just drink and everyone else talks toys. It's a problem. If anything, it's Alcoholics Anonymous for me. But I appreciate your support. You're basically all my sponsors within this toy community, and I appreciate you for it. Brandon, until next time, when can we find you online? Or where can we find you online?
Yes, as always, guys, hero.collections on Instagram. I have a big weekend ahead of me of a lot of photos to take, courtesy of Dan and his friends at Hasbro. There is I have more legends around me than ever, it feels like, to take photos of. So I'm very excited for that this weekend. Dan says, JK, I'll lurk in Legends and Liquor. Go support this channel, everyone. Cheers.
We appreciate you, Dan. We appreciate you. Thank you.
And Dan, Age of Ultron, not Age of Apocalypse. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say.
Look, you don't have to pick and choose. We can all love everything. It's all good.
Exactly.
Thank you, Brandon, as always. As I said, I did throw up the logo there, the little variant, Brandon logo.
There it is.
But no, we appreciate that. You gonna be around Sunday? You're a busy man. I know you're a busy man. No pressure. But the people like to see you. That's all.
I prefer listening to Legends and Liquor.
It's fine.
I prefer listening into Legends and Liquor.
It's fine. We got a busy week. I did put a link up on before we get out of here. I'll just show you this, just to let people know. Again, if you're brand new, because I've got channel members that have never come on the show before, and don't get me wrong, I appreciate you supporting the channel. But if you are just curious, how do you get on the Legends and Liquor? All you got to do is let me know over on my communities tab. On YouTube, I've put out a post today, basically just saying, do you want to come on Legends and Liquor? Let me know, pick which group, which time slot, and then you let me know in the comments. And look, I've got 12 comments from people already telling me they want to be on, so make it happen. Shout out Cloud, Javi, Jamie, your boys got toys, Jay, Hero of Collectors, the new Jay, he's going to have to teach me how to say his name properly, Yaho Berry J. Again, I'm dyslexic. Feel bad for me. But that's how you do it. Message me on Instagram. Let me know you want to be on Legends and Liquor. As long as you're a channel member, you're in. Simple as that, people. And again, we won't just be talking Legends. We'll be talking about all these crazy toys in this toy community. I want to talk about the Dark Turtle Donatello. I'll tell you that much. It's probably spend the first hour just talking about him. I'm very happy with him. But yeah, talk about Cosmic Legions, whatever we want. But until then, it's been a great week for Legends. As always, it's been a hard week for our wallets. I'm still applying for second jobs. I might just become this. Now I've got a Teddy. I might just become the streets like local dog walker and be one of those guys who just walks around the street with dogs attached to my belt.
They got the money.
That's what I'm saying. I need to make some more money somewhere.
I think there are apps for it now too. Gig economy, I tell you.
Yeah, mate. I need to definitely need to find another source of income. Is what I'm saying. It's golden age, people. We say it every week, but it's the golden age.
Yes.
Thank you to everyone who's contributed to the stream today. I think the credits are just going to be Mark Tac, and Mark Tac.
One last plug while we're here.
Yes.
Oh no, read the credits.
Okay, but again, Mark Tac, Figure Collected, thank you very much. And then the channel members, Hero of Collectors, and then Marvel Legends UK. The original Marvel Legends UK, that's Neil. We appreciate you. Thank you very much once again. And then I think we just got one more super chat to just see us out from our favourite Northern Ireland friend. There it is. I'll let Friday read that out.
Nathan Tolan donated £5. Apologies for missing the stream. Here's compensation for Sunday. Been missing y'all loads.
We appreciate that, Nathan. We miss you too. But he's a busy man. He's a working man these days. Probably off on all those dates. He says, apologies for missing the stream. Here's compensation for Sunday. Been missing your loads. We'll talk soon, Nathan, I'm sure. But we appreciate you and appreciate that super chat. And it's the perfect thing to round us out. So I've said the credits. Mark Tat, you're the new contributor of the month. I definitely need to start getting prizes or something for this. I think the contributor of the month should be whoever is the main contributor of the month every month should be a main guest on a Thursday stream the following month.
Yes.
I think that's a fair thing.
I think so too.
So there you go. So Mark Tat, as I said, if you stay in that top spot for the month, you can be on the Thursday stream in October. And again, I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about in October. But yeah, as always, people, we appreciate you. Follow me on Instagram, it's Dan Who. Follow me on Twitter, Dan Who Reviews. If you're in the chat, you're already subscribed to me, and that's what I love you for. But Brandon, let's wave them out. Let's get them gone. As always, watch us on the replay. Go and watch the other live streams. Go and check out my reviews of the Age of Apocalypse. Dan Yoon will be very happy to know my mind has slowly changed towards Age of Apocalypse, and I found a place in my heart for them after all. Do you know what I mean? They're there. They're consistent. Brandon we'll be on Ultron Watch next Thursday as well. Next week, Brandon may just be replaced by Ultrons. But yeah, if you're watching on the replay, click a button, go and watch a Legends and Liquor, see what it's all about. Andy Davis coming in late with the pals and the knives. We see you. Phil Jones, Tony Collector, thank you very much. Mike D, Lizzie Harts. Yeah, we appreciate that. Logan Dan's Toys. Awkward wave. Everyone, I hope everyone out there is awkward waving back at us. I'd love to think that someone's just sat there at their home computer just waving back, and like a family member's just staring at them going, what are they doing? Do you know, like as they got their headphones and just waving at their screen. If you're doing that, send me a picture. I'll post it. But thank you, Jamie, Cloud, Nathan, Tom, AK Mini Plastic Multiverse, super producer Rich M, of course, the new Jay. Yeah, peace. We shall see you on the next one. Gotta keep it going.
Bye.
Need about 10 more seconds. Promise you.
Yeah.
Cuts it off anyway. We can say anything we want here. YouTube cuts it. Got any enemies? Got anything you want to call out?
Age of Ultron for